What if I started before you were done counting down?
I don't care.
All right, we're back.
We are.
All right, we're just laughing because I made a silly joke right before we started. So anyways, we are here. We're back. Episode 14.
Yep, 14.
I got it right. Woo-hoo. Yes, we're here with Kristi Nalder and Tim Heninger. Yep. Last kind of like kitchen family people. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Kitchen people.
Yeah. So Kristy does a lot with the Junior Academy, and Tim does a lot with clinics and coaches, kind of building a coaching circle. I've just learned. So we'll kind of talk Junior Academy, I think. Well, first we'll get into our highs and lows, and then we'll probably just talk Junior Academy and try to touch on some clinics and coaching. And then if we have time, I'd really like to talk to you guys about the high school team, because I have some questions on that. And so hopefully we can make some time.
Okay.
But I will start off by saying that I'm not in the greatest mood and I'm a little hungover today. So we'll have Rob start with highs and lows.
Yeah. So a high would be Wednesday draft league in Pleasant View. We won against the first seat. So we're playing for first place next week.
Wow.
Did you say seat with a T at the end? Is it seat or is it seed?
Seed. My bad.
Sorry, I'm not trying to call you out, but I was like, wait, if I had this wrong for years and years? Okay, so the first place team from the other pool, and then you guys played? Mm-hmm. Were you in separate pools? Is that how it worked? Or
no.
They were just okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were just in first place.
Okay.
And then we were in fourth place, and so we played them and beat them.
And now you're going for...
Yeah, but it's going to be against me and Brett. Yeah.
Jorgensen
yeah.
Team, yeah. And I think he has... Why can't I think of his name? Oh my gosh. Who's on Brett's team?
Dang it. Yeah, what is his name?
You know him.
I'm bad with names.
Yeah, you are. It's true. And apparently so am I.
Tall, always wears his hat backwards.
Yeah, he used to play at the Uinta Pickler a lot. Oh my gosh. I feel like such a dick. It doesn't matter. Yeah. We're going to spend 20 minutes trying to figure that out.
Not that he doesn't matter. It's just,
correct. He matters.
Yeah.
I don't in this moment.
And he's a good player.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough team.
Okay. And then, so that'll be good, though. It's exciting.
Yeah,
good luck.
I was not expecting us to win because Nate's pretty good, and his team has, of course, I'm going to forget their names. But anyway, they have a good team.
Yeah.
And I just think we got into their head and stuff. And
the mental warfare game.
Nate Stringham?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Nate Stringham? I like him. He's a nice guy.
And we found out a couple weeks ago.
Amy's on his team. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We found out a couple weeks ago that he hit his brother the first week and gave him a concussion. So his brother had to get out of had to drop from the league, and he's had to have a sub this whole time.
Yeah.
So that's crazy that they made it so far, and they had he didn't actually even get to play with his number one draft pick or whatever.
Yeah. Well, they're all strong players, and they're all more so bangers than they are going to the kitchen and dinking and stuff, which that league is more bangers than anything just due to the level that they're at.
What time is that on Wednesday?
8 to 6 or 8 to 10.
Okay.
But we usually don't get out there until 11. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, thanks. It should be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be
Looking forward to it.
Do you remember the other two people on your team's names?
On my team?
No. Oh my God.
Or no.
You got Amber.
Amber, yeah.
And then yourself.
Oh, yeah, David.
Okay, good job.
And then is it Jody? Jory? I don't know.
Joby?
Joby? Yeah, Joby.
Jovi. I don't know.
I don't know. Starts with a J.
I'm just trying to help out.
Just pull up the...
I'm an asshole. I know.
Is she like Filipino or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's Jovi.
That's Jovi, yeah.
Yeah.
So not...
I don't have my phone.
I just barely met her, so...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out on that.
No, it's fine.
Here we are at the end of the league.
Names.
What is your team's name? There's only 4 of you, and you're one of them. I feel like it should be pretty easy.
I have to use a person's name in a sentence or say hi to them multiple times.
You don't say hi to them?
I do, but I don't say their name and saying hello.
Yeah.
So it's more or less like... Yeah.
Pressuring.
Well, do you guys have a group chat and you don't have their numbers saved?
I have their numbers, but not associated with their name. So I don't. So if it's
team
group
member
chat,
number 3,
like,
team number 4.
Because it's like, when am I going to talk to him outside of this? So why save their number in my contacts? What else you got?
Because I'm in a good mood now. Sorry. Okay, what was your low? Right this.
Right now.
So right now,
Right today. I can't remember any of my team's names.
You can cut it if you want.
no, not at all. No, I'll keep it. I'm not ashamed. I mean, it's just, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So low beyond this would be, it wasn't that bad of a week. I mean, there was a little interaction with my son that I don't really like because he's got that 15-year-old attitude. And it's just like, Jesus, kid, like, come on.
All of you guys
pull
have
your
that.
head out of your ass. You know, it was about his math class and he's failing in it.
Oh.
So I'm like, do you even care? And he's like, no. I'm like, he's like, I just don't care. I don't understand it. I'm like, that's fine. Like, I can get you a tutor and, you know, all this stuff because your math is way beyond my capabilities. And he's just like, I just don't care. And I'm like, well, what do you want to do outside of like when you graduate?
Not
right?
math.
Yeah, not math. And he's like, I don't know, be homeless. I'm like, and it's like, come on. Like, I know you want to do something. Like, there has to be something that you're passionate about or you foresee being passionate about. And he's like, nope, I'll just be homeless. But at that point in time, during the conversation, it was so annoying. But we ended up working through it and stuff.
And now he wants to be like an astronaut or?
No. No. He doesn't know what he wants to be, which is fine.
He doesn't need
right?
to know.
Yeah.
He just needs to have some sort of like motivation.
You have to graduate high school.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah. It's a small part of your life, right, that you just have to get through, and then you'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Like, looking back, you'll be like, dang it, I wish I would have done better, or I wish I would have paid attention more, or, man, that was a really enjoyable time. Yeah. I wish I would have taken more advantage.
Right.
At least that's how I thought about high school.
Yeah.
Man, at that age, they're just burnout.
They are.
They're just burnout.
Who wants to sit in a classroom
for 8 hours?
For 8 hours.
Yeah.
But it's equivalent to sitting at a computer desk for 8 hours in a cubicle. I see that. Yeah. Because I hate it.
And it's hard.
It is.
And so for a 15-year-old to do it is just...
Plus hormones and, you know, all the other stuff that they're going through.
Yeah.
I kind of wish, I mean, obviously I'm glad that I graduated in high school, right? But like... So what? Like, I was bullied a lot in high school though, so I did not have a good experience. Like, looking back for me, I'm just like, yeah, it would have been nice if I had a different experience, but how do you do that? Like, I don't know. I was bullied a lot, and so then I graduated early so I could get out of that environment. And like, I don't look back and think, oh man, I wish I would have, like, what I mean, for me it wasn't going to be any different, but I wish I would have remembered more. That's for sure. Actually, because now they're like, remember Civil War? And I'm like, and I took like AP history.
I mean, I personally, I was on an honor roll through, what was it, freshman through junior, every year almost. And then my senior year, there was a lot of home stuff that was going on. And then I found out some other stuff with some friends. And that became a priority, so I just didn't really give a shit. Yeah. And I actually didn't get to walk. I had to go to summer school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just for one class because I didn't really care. But I ended up passing it in summer school and then getting my diploma. But I didn't get to walk, and because I didn't care to.
I didn't want to, and then I was threatened to not go. And I was like, no, we're going. And so I remember calling my mom, and I was in like a work training in Salt Lake that week. And I was like, hey, do you think you can get me a cap and gown? She was like, oh, yay, you're going to do what you decided. And I was like, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing, but I'm not letting people walk all over me. She was like, okay, yeah, I'll make sure I get it. So then they were obviously super excited. And I was like, no, I'm only here for one reason. And it's because I don't want you to think that you had any impact on me not being able to come here.
See, I wish I would have been able to walk, you know, not necessarily for me, but for my parents and stuff.
Yeah. And then I got my bachelor's and master's degree, and I didn't walk in either of those. And I wish that I would have, but I didn't graduate from schools that were here. So I did everything kind of online, so I didn't get an opportunity to do that. And I wish I would have been that like case because that
University
was way harder.
Of Phoenix or something.
Well,
like
I did Park University.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which there's a satellite school on base, and it's out of Missouri. And then I did my master's through Air University out of Alabama. So my master's degree is in joint warfare planning. So don't try to start shit with me, guys.
Dang.
Yeah. It's really interesting. I remember every detail. What I remember is crying a lot over homework. And I was like, am I crying over homework? Sure am. In my 20s. Yep. Okay, Tim.
So, yeah.
Highs and lows.
So I guess my low would probably be our Thursday league again. It was just kind of one of those grindy games, not really grindy as in like lots of shots, but like mentally grinding like the whole night.
Like because of who you were playing against, or
No,
because of how you were playing, or something else?
So as soon as I stepped on the court, like our first game, I felt like I hadn't played pickleball for like 6 months for some reason.
Oh, I was watching too. It looked like that a little.
Yeah, I felt it. And so it was
on
just,
a roll tonight.
yeah, it was just mentally grinding because I had to figure out how to play again, basically.
You were just in your head.
Why does that happen?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh.
Why does that happen?
Well, I don't know.
You guys still won though, didn't you?
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. That's kind of like my high because I was able to grind through it and pull out the win, but it was rough. Yeah.
So what did you do to be able to do that then?
I let my teammates carry me. I don't know. I kind of settled into this mental state where it's just like, okay, hit a shot over the net and just don't worry about creating anything. Just don't give it away.
Yeah. And I was joking because I did watch some of your guys. Like I stayed and watched from the other side for a while, and you were playing great. So I thought you were playing. I mean, for me, you look like you were doing really good shots. But it just goes to show, like, we just are so hard on ourselves.
We focus on our gaps, not our gains.
Yeah.
Well, like, but that's what I mean.
Loss.
Like, that's why it was a mental grind because I wasn't necessarily hitting bad shots, but I wasn't creating any benefit. You know what I mean? So like, I was just kind of a dead spot.
You're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
You're supposed to set yourself up for winners.
So do you think that like throughout your day, like were you tired? Were you underhydrated? Was it nutrition? Was it like, can you associate any of those things?
No.
When was the last time you played before that?
Let's see, what was Thursday? So I played
Tuesday.
the Friday before that in that tournament.
Wait, you're in the Tuesday night league.
No, we were knocked out.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I guess I got a couple more highs because I medaled the Friday before in a 5-0 mixed, and that's the first time I've ever medaled in a mixed 5-0.
That's awesome. With Shannon, right?
Yep. And so it was kind of weird because you come from this really high experience to this really like low, not really sure what to do experience.
Yeah.
And I think that was part of the mental grind is like trying to even out, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that yesterday. It's so funny that you can go from like day to day, not even just day to day, but like game to game. Like we played in that 3v3 yesterday. Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
But I'm like, Catherine and, was it Catherine and Heather pickled me and Amanda?
Yeah.
I think that's who it was. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What happened? Or no, it was Heather and Camille, I think, actually. I was like, we just
Camille, Catherine, and Heather.
Yeah, they all played together. They were a great team. They took first. But and then the next game, we came out and beat somebody like 11-2 or something.
It's crazy.
It's insane. And
another
really good, strong team. And so I'm just like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
So.
And that's kind of what I mean by the grind. Like you're grinding your mental to try and figure out what's going on.
You're basically going, what the hell?
Yeah, how to change it.
Yeah.
And then I guess I can say another high as well is my wife's birthday was yesterday, and we got to go out, have fun with a lot of friends, and
Happy birthday,
have a good time. So
It was fun.
Did you guys go to Ogden?
yeah, I wasn't super excited about it at first because I'm old
normal.
now.
Then you were having so much fun.
Yeah,
And I like
till you're
to
50.
see that.
couple shots and couple beers to pregame kind of put you there. So.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Just loosening you up a little bit.
Yeah.
So did you guys go bar hopping, walking down 25th and stuff?
Just one bar.
Well, no. We started at City Club, and then we walked down to Lighthouse. And we did not
City
love
Club.
the band that was there. So then we walked back over, and we were going to go to this other place, Unspoken. Is that the Speakeasy, I think? And then somebody was like, no, let's go to Alleged. And it was like people on the street that we didn't know. And so we walk into Alleged, and it was actually nice because it wasn't like yet. And then we went up to the upstairs area, and it was nice. And then we went back downstairs, and all of a sudden it was packed down there. And it was the, you know.
I don't like Alleged.
You don't?
No.
I liked it.
I don't like
I
dance
hate-
clubs because I don't like dancing. Well, for one, I suck at dancing.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't enjoy it. But yeah, I just don't like that atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't like alleged either.
I had
been
fun.
to a club for like 30 years.
It has like a rooftop space, and it was really nice. Like it's a nice little rooftop space. Got heaters.
It's
and,
nice inside.
Yeah.
It's not my style.
Yeah. It's usually
Brewskis
not
or
my
kamikazes,
yeah.
something like that.
We did brewskis last year for Jess's birthday. We went to Lighthouse first, and then the food was not good.
Yeah.
So then we left and went over to brewskis. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Jess looked so cute and was just having so much fun. You guys were
is
both
so
having so much
cute.
fun, and I loved that.
She has amazing legs.
I did not think you were going to go with legs because I don't know if you saw the dress she was in, but legs is not what anybody was looking at.
But Jess has got like the best legs.
Yeah, it's true. They're very
Nice
strong.
legs. She has very nice legs.
Yeah, they're very
Yeah.
toned. I do always talk about that. Yeah, I definitely didn't think that's where you're going. But anyways, it was a good time. So Tim's equally hungover today.
Well, that's great.
I'm
It's
not
like,
hungover.
no,
I'm tired.
I'm not hungover. I'm just tired and I don't feel good. That's called a hangover, Tim.
Oh, I feel fine. I'm just tired. Yeah.
All right. Kristy.
Okay, so my low of the week, you reminded me when you talked about Nate hitting his brother. I hit Tanea and Carson's little girl, 4 years old, right in the head when I was feeding the ball to play Unicorns and Dragons to the kids up in Pleasant View. I felt awful.
It was-
and it was bad.
It was a big
and it was a
goose egg.
big old goose egg.
What
Oh
are you
my
doing hitting the ball that hard?
It wasn't
With a
that hard,
4-year-old.
though.
I
It wasn't that hard.
She was like being really cute and walking around and
So
picking up the balls.
Well, she
And
wasn't
I
even
just-
playing?
No.
Well, no, because we play Unicorns and Dragons
I don't
with
know
these
what that
kids,
is.
I don't know
and
what
they
this
love it. It's
means.
basically like jailbreak. So you have like
Don't know what
a
that
bunch
is.
of kids, and they all have their paddles, and they're standing at the baseline, and I'm standing at the net, and I'm feeding it to them. And the idea is for them to drop it in the kitchen. You've got dragons at the kitchen, and they have to catch it out of the air. If they catch it out of the air, then it turns the unicorn into a dragon, and then the dragon back into a unicorn. The kids freaking love it.
Okay.
Like, they love this. So we were playing this big old game of, and she was walking around like picking up the balls because she goes, and I swung and she walked right in front, and I hit her right.
That's awful.
Dang.
That was my lowest of lows. That was like my low for the year.
I would feel so
say
bad. I don't know why I'm laughing.
felt
I'm just so glad it wasn't me.
awful. Oh,
And you gave her a goose egg.
It was
old
big.
goose
It was like half her forehead.
Do you think they're going to sue
Damn.
you?
I hope they know that I'm so sorry.
Of course they know
Yeah.
that. Nobody's out there hitting
So
4-year-olds on
bad.
purpose.
I felt so bad.
Were you crying?
My goodness.
No.
Then you
Well,
didn't feel bad enough.
Honestly, I almost did. But I was like in the middle of dragons and unicorns. Like it was an active situation and I couldn't do
Like, I know that I just hit you, but we're in the middle of the game. Get off the court. Get off the court.
No, she went to her mom and her mom picked her up and her mom's like, she's tough. It's going to be okay. And I was like, no. And then I didn't see it like develop. And then after we were over and she pulled the ice pack off it and it's just this big. And I felt awful. Oh my gosh,
I would feel
felt
awful.
so awful.
I've cried after hitting an adult.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to hit people.
No,
Not in the face.
I felt terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my high was my girls agreed to play with me in the 3v3
Yeah.
yesterday. But that was also my low. Another low. It's because I did not like play good.
But did you guys have fun?
We had fun.
Yeah.
But
Core memories were made.
We also like to win.
Yeah.
And we didn't. We took 8th of 8 teams.
I was supposed to play too.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm such a jerk today.
You are kind of an
I'm
asshole.
sorry. This is my real personality,
It's okay,
guys.
But I love you. I love
Episodes
you.
1 through 13, I'm just being fake.
No, I love you.
I love you.
No, but yeah.
Yeah, you said you had multiple highs and
Oh,
lows,
and then
so let's hear more highs.
my high that I figured out
Is that Stevie breathing? Sorry.
I figured out my Google Doc thing today
Okay.
because I
Yay.
worked for like 8 hours on the high school stuff,
Yeah.
and so that was part of my low because I couldn't figure it out, and then it gave me a headache, and then I figured it out.
Yay.
So it was
Nice.
my high. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So woohoo!
Yay.
And Tim got it. He got the email. So that was the goal.
Yeah. Hopefully he can edit the document.
Well, he
I
just
can't.
mostly
Oh,
needs
okay.
to see it,
I can.
but
Okay.
don't
I'm going to go through and change all the numbers.
If I mess any of it up, I'm going to be
You
so
should
mad.
save-
That will be
save
my
a
low,
copy.
and then that will be his low next time. Is Kristi hit me in the head with a paddle?
Not just a ball. There's the rainbows and butterfly. Oh no, what did you say? Dragons and unicorns?
Dragons and
Dragons and
unicorns.
I do need more an explanation on this, but we don't have to do it right now. I'm just very confused.
It's
What are you
just-
turning? Okay, we can't do it now.
just-
What are you turning
it's
into?
really
Like this
quick.
hypothetical.
Yeah.
So
Dragon?
the goal is to be the final unicorn.
Okay, so the unicorns and dragons are humans.
Yeah,
Like
they're
you would
kids.
be a dragon to start, and I hit the ball. Do you get it out of the air, and now you're a unicorn?
So we usually have a couple kids start as dragons.
Okay.
And they have to stay behind the kitchen, and they have to like obey the kitchen line. Like, don't touch the line. Don't
Gotcha.
step into the kitchen.
They're dragons.
Don't fall into the kitchen. They're dragons.
Okay.
And they are, and I am feeding the ball to the unicorns, which are the kids at the baseline, and they're just trying to control it. They're trying to control it and keep it in the court. Ideally, if they can just drop it. So it's a really good drill for dropping. Because if they can drop it, then the dragons can't get it. And then they then they go to the back of the line, they stay a unicorn, and then they come back up again. But if they hit it out of bounds, they turn into a dragon.
Oh.
If they hit it and another kid catches it, then they turn into a dragon.
Okay, and then the idea, the winner is the one unicorn left.
Yeah. So that's the person that's had the most control. And then, like, when you're playing with better kids, you can kind of make them move. So, like, I'll say, okay, I'm going to hit it over here in this corner so that they can learn to move to the ball and keep it under control when they hit it.
Gotcha.
So it's just kind of
Yeah, it's
builds
a
on
fun
their
little
skills.
drill.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
fun. And the kids love it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good, like, transition game. Like,
Okay.
okay, we've been doing this. Let's play some dragons and unicorns. They all love it.
Okay. Did you come up with this yourself, or did you?
Yeah, it's hers.
I love that.
No, it's not mine. I mean, I like looked at it on YouTube. I found it on
Oh,
YouTube
okay.
like years ago.
It's like a
and-
thing that's out there.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I was
okay.
trying to. Yeah, it was one of the things that. So Tim and I ran a beginner learning league over the summer, and we
with adults.
with kids.
Okay.
And we had between like 20 and 25 kids every Tuesday and Thursday. They were different kids, so we taught like 50 kids how to play pickleball over the summer.
I love that.
Yeah. And so when we started, we were like, okay, we have a lot of different skill. We got to figure out a organized way to deal with it. And so we came up with all this stuff, and
I love it.
yeah, and the kids loved it.
Cool.
Yeah. And I've got a lot of them in my
Thanks for
leagues now.
explaining.
Yeah.
Now just think about dealing with your 15-year-old times 60.
Yeah, no thanks.
Ugh.
Nope. I guess.
But you
Like,
know
you
what?
guys all have kids around that age.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
Honestly,
you.
like 15-year-olds, like 15, 16-year-olds, they're so like concerned about what other people think of them that it kind of ruins their experience sometimes. And so like we've had 16-year-olds come and they're with a bunch of 10-year-olds that can beat their butts, but they do not want to have anything to do with it because they're like, I'm hanging out with 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
And I get it. And that's a normal response, you know, that's so 15's hard. That's a hard age because you're expected to like act like an adult. You're expected to perform. You're expected to do everything, but you've got a lot of pressure on you. You got a lot of pressure from school, from adults, from peers, from friends, from grandparents, from, you know, I actually feel bad for kids that age because I think they got a lot on their plate. So that's why pickleball is good for them because it's a good outlet for them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I still need to get my son into pickleball. He doesn't want to, but I
Or
was going to force
something.
him.
Yeah. Well, don't force them because then
No,
he's
I
not-
will.
Oh, okay. Good talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna love it. I can tell.
He usually
Kids
does.
love to be forced to do things.
He wanted to do soccer, so we did 1 year of soccer. And he's like, I don't want to sign up again. I was like, I'm signing you up again. And he ends up enjoying it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's how I got my kid into football.
Yeah.
I like went downstairs and he was sitting on the couch playing video games and
Yep.
I like flipped out and I'm like, you're playing football.
Yeah.
And I called on the way to school and I got his like physical scheduled and he went in and coughed and did his physical and that's basically what they do for a
Yeah.
football physical.
Yeah.
And make sure you don't have a hernia.
Yeah.
And then he started football and he loved it.
Yeah.
Like he is a football junkie now. Loves football, loves to watch football.
I love it.
Worked
Okay,
at Pro
him and-
Image for a long time.
did he?
Talked he loves it. So
Nice.
sometimes you just know what your
Yeah.
kids need and what they want.
Yep. And it's that social interaction.
Yeah.
I mean, as my son right now, it's school, and then he plays video games.
Yeah.
When he's not doing his homework.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Is he playing video games with other people?
Yeah, and he's like, well, that's social. And I'm like,
I was gonna make
you're
you
right.
mad. I feel like me and
It
your
is.
son always are on the same page.
But you need that human interaction too. Like, and his friends are all the same too. Because I'm like, dude, I bought this house like within houses of your friends.
Yeah. So
Like,
go outside.
Why are you not outside
Because that's
causing
not
trouble?
what they do.
I know.
Like,
It's so annoying.
my
That's
kid
like
is a
so
gamer.
1990.
My kid is a gamer, and he has this. He calls them. His little group is called the Grind Gang, and they online game. And then one time he had a friend come over, and the friend like said, and all of a sudden I see the friend run down the hall, and he's like, "I need Kai. We're having a airsoft war." And then I see Kai and him run down the hall, and then they're gone for a little bit, and then they come back in, and they run in, and they're like, "You got to talk to the cops, Mom." And I'm like,
Wait,
what? And so I guess some kid had brought a pellet gun to an airsoft war.
Oh.
And so then we had to make statements and we had to do the whole thing. And I'm like, you're never leaving the house again. Just stay in the basement, play video games.
Yeah, we'll get
because
fiber,
every
Google
single
Fiber
time
internet for
you
you.
leave, the cops get called.
Really?
So yeah, we're not doing that anymore. So
I'm so glad I don't have kids.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, we used to have not pellet guns, but
yeah,
BB gun
Yeah.
battles. When I
I
was a
shot
kid.
my cousins in the butt with BBs
Yeah.
all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fun. You only pump it once.
Yeah.
You don't pump.
I never had BB guns, so I don't know
Yeah,
how it works.
if you pump it one time, it just kind of.
Yep.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never got to play with that stuff. I just have a real gun.
we have real guns. Too. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, sorry.
For what?
That was a rabbit hole about highs and lows.
I love it. I love it. I will be fast. I don't have very many lows. I actually can't think of one.
That's good. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, I think it's good. Nothing that like stands out, right? Like I'm sure I got pissed off like 15 times this week, but because that's who I am. But nothing like I guess I will say one low is realizing about myself, what kind of human I am, because I've always been like, I'm like a type A, like for years. And then I think over like the last couple years, and it probably like dissipated when I was married because he was so OCD and type A and had to be so particular that I was like loosey goosey because we couldn't both be like that. It would have never ever worked. Never ever worked.
It
would have never worked. So I had to loosen up.
Wabbits.
Yes.
Hunting wabbits.
And so, but I just feel like I'm just pure chaos all the time, guys. Like I'm just constantly multitasking, never responding to text messages anymore. Like I think I'm constantly like responding. I'm trying to download an episode while I'm doing.
You don't respond very well.
I know, and it's not on purpose. I always want to. I
look at it and I think about
I
it.
always think about it, and then I send a screenshot to somebody, and they're like, "You're 70 unread text messages." I'm like, "That's really good. Thank you." I got it down to
69 of them
70.
are ads.
Yeah, no. I usually will delete those ones pretty quick, but yeah, I'm just a mess. I'm always running late. Like I got to get my life under control, and I think that's where every Monday or every Sunday, I'm like, okay, today's the day. I'm gonna like
Adderall.
no.
Okay.
Today's episode is brought to you by Kevin Day, a local pickleball junkie and home loan wizard with New American Funding. Whether you're serving up a new home purchase or refinancing your current loan, Kevin's got just the right shot for every situation. He's been helping folks finance homes since 2012, and he's got access to all types of products: conventional, FHA, VA, Utah Housing, USDA, DSCR, bank statement loans, you name it, he's got it. Kevin's not just about numbers, he's about people. He'll find the right loan product for you with competitive rates and a smooth, stress-free process. So if you're ready to make your move, call Kevin Day at New American Funding and let him help you hit your financial goals out of the park or off the court. Mention Rob and Destiny from the Skinny Singles podcast, and Kevin will cover your appraisal costs up to $600.
Equal housing opportunity. This is not a loan commitment or a guarantee of any kind. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to borrower and property qualifications. Not all applicants will qualify. Rates and terms are subject to change without notice. All mortgage loan products are subject to credit and property approval. Copyright New American Funding, LLC, NMLS number 6606, NMLS ConsumerAccess.org, Corporate Office 14511 Mayford Road, Suite 100, Tustin, California 92780. NFA.com, phone number 1-800-450-2010.
Stevie just farted and it's awful. And I coughed and breathed in at the same time. Trying to see, this is like my life, guys. This is a live action. But it's like, no, I probably should, or something.
Supposedly,
like,
it's great. I've never tried it, but
yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's the matter with me. I'm not getting good sleep.
Haven't
I just
there
bought.
been a lot of stories of like people going crazy off Adderall?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe I am on Adderall because I feel crazy.
So it might not be a good.
Yeah.
Might work for some people.
I've bought a couple of devices because I've been struggling with migraines and stress. My stress has been super high. So I haven't been sleeping. And I think that's a lot of what it is.
Yeah.
And so I've been telling myself for months now, I need to like develop a good morning routine, a good nighttime routine. So I kind of get myself and then I don't do it, or I start to do it. And I'm like, okay, so my nighttime routine I thought was good. But then we're in these leagues where you're playing till 11 o'clock. I'm not getting home till almost midnight. And then I can't wind down, and then it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning before I'm going to sleep, and I have a full-time job, guys. I'm supposed to be a functioning adult, and it's so hard. So I am struggling with that, and I think like lack of sleep and then migraines, and so I've bought like a couple of devices recently, or I actually just had one come in the mail today, and it's called Carry Calm, I think is what it is. I'll have to.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and you hold it.
Des has one.
Yeah, and you like pulses in your hand while you're sleeping. Or while you're falling asleep. So it's like it's 20-minute timer and you hold it. I think it's your left hand. I've got to read up on it. It just got delivered today or yesterday. Excuse me. So you hold that and it's supposed to help with like, you know, your anxious feelings. And so that's supposed to help. Then I bought this device for my TMJ because I have really bad TMJ. And so it like... it vibrates. It's like this little thing, and you put it on your jaw, and it vibrates, and to like help. And then I also have it's in works. I've got to figure out if insurance will cover it. 'Cause it's kind of expensive, but it's this device, this pulsating device that goes on your vagus nerve to help with migraines, and it's supposed to stimulate your vagus nerve, which is activated. I'm gonna screw this up. I know I am, but that's in activating that. It's supposed to help. With releasing, I think, oxytocin so that you can like be calm. I know I'm going to screw this up. I'm not a doctor, guys. I'm not claiming to be something. It's supposed to make me feel better. So I'm just like, I will spend the money on it.
I want to report.
Yeah. So I've just got all these devices when I really just feel like if I could do drugs, that would be a lot better, a lot cheaper, I feel like, than all these devices and contraptions that I'm trying to do. Dummies. Yeah. I know. I can't. But... you know, I'm just drinking my tea at night, and that's supposed to make me sleepy, and it doesn't.
Your chamomile?
Yeah, I do. Well, I do like sleepy time. I have a couple.
Sleepy
like one.
time is so good.
It's
but usually
so
it makes me have to wake up in the middle of the night to go pee.
Oh,
I don't know why.
Because you're drinking water.
Valerian.
Well, I get it, but like it's supposed to help you sleep, and
yeah, I mean it's not killing you.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would probably just be my lows. It's just trying to like navigate being an adult.
Yeah.
It's hard. And just when you think you got it down, doesn't. And so then my highs would be the same as Tim's, like just going out for Jessica's birthday last night. That was a lot of fun to see friends and just have like, I feel like there was no drama. It just, and I love that kind of night. And I feel like the older we get, like the less and less the drama happens, right? And so just everybody has a good time. Nobody's upset if somebody can't make it. That's what I really like about our friend group outside of pickleball is people are really understanding of the fact that we're all adults. And sometimes like you could agree to be like, yeah, we're going to be there. And then the day of, you're just like, I'm not in the mood to come out, and nobody's upset, and nobody gives everybody, like you might give each other a little bit of crap from time to time, but everybody's really understanding. And then you just still get to enjoy the people that did come. And
that's
so
awesome.
Yeah, just
maturity is great.
Yeah, low maintenance friendships I feel like are so important the older you get, because you just really need that. And so made me really grateful for just again like the friendships that I have and the people that are in my life. And I think for me, I don't have family here in Utah, so the friendships that I've developed over all the years, and then just even new friendships, it's just nice. Because people are always like, well, what is there leaving you in Utah? And I'm like, I have family here. These are my family, you know? So anyways, just feeling like really grateful for humans. Yeah. So that's it. Well, so now, 30 minutes later, after our highs and lows, because we have to have a conversation on every little thing, we can talk Junior Academy.
Yep.
Okay.
So what is it?
Yeah.
What is
Explain.
Junior Academy?
Yeah.
Junior Academy is the kitchen's program for kids, and we call it Junior Academy. And it was started out of a need for like Malaya, she went through like a,
And Malaya's your daughter.
Malaya's my daughter. And she's my youngest, and she was 10 at the time. So she had done a bunch of like learning and clinics and drilling and stuff at the Pickler.
Okay.
And she did it a whole school year, like her whole, maybe when she was 11, her whole school year. And then she got to the point where she wanted to just play. And so, and the Pickler wanted to do leagues, and I paid for a league, and then it just never happened. And so I put her in women's leagues with me, and she played with Jess. She played with Janessa, Ben's wife. There were lots of really nice ladies that played with her. But she really just wanted to play with all those kids. And there was a bunch of kids that, you know, did that at the Pickler. And so, and there was no leagues. Like, there was tons of everything else, but there were no just organized leagues. So when the kitchen in Kaysville opened, I was there playing, and Curtis, Britton's dad, and I played with Curtis and Cindy when I first started playing pickleball. Like, we snuck onto Bayview courts and played during COVID, like at 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's funny.
So
People
like,
hopping fences,
yeah.
and throwing nets over.
Yeah. We'd bring our like leaf blowers and blow off and bring our own nets, and we would play. And there was like 20 of us.
I love
That's
that.
awesome.
It was fun. And then, and like the cops would roll through.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you guys are criminals.
Well, the cops would roll through, and we'd all like
You
stand 6
feet
feet apart. And then they would just roll on by, and we would play, and it was fun.
So stupid.
But Curtis was there, and I said, Curtis, are you guys ever going to do youth leagues? Because this place is awesome. It would be a great place to do a youth league. And he's like, no, we don't have any plans to do that. But you should. And I was like, So I went home, and I was like, I could do like a private league. Why couldn't I do just a private league?
Yeah.
Like, I've been in plenty of leagues. I can just do a private league for the kids. And so Curtis and I kind of like brainstormed it, and he put the event out there, and it filled up within a couple of days. Like, we did 25 kids, filled up within a couple of days. And then he put the next session. So we started in September of 22.
Okay.
And we did like a 6-7 week session. And then he put the second event up on Court Reserve. And then that one filled up, and that one filled up with a wait list. And so, like, obviously there was a need, and there was a desire. And so then I was like, okay, I got to figure out a format. Like, I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. And I've always loved ladder leagues.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is because I'm trying to figure out the skill, and I'm trying to figure out the skill gap. And so I decided on a ladder league. And that's why we do 5 kids per court. Everybody has a bye. And I do it that way because kids notoriously don't come at the last minute. So then we can still have 4 on a court.
Right.
I've got adjustments that I can do that. And then also some kids don't have the stamina to just play, game after game after game. They like a bye. And it gives them an opportunity to kind of get to know the other kids that are on a bye. And then sometimes I bring like spike ball, and we play spike ball, and we do fun stuff on their bye. But we started with the ladder league, and it was awesome, and it just exploded. It exploded in Kaysville. And I kept telling Tim, like, get Kai, because I would see you drilling with Kai at Uinta. And I remember seeing you up at TOC the August before I started it, and I'm like, I'm starting a junior academy. You need to bring Kai. You need to bring Kai. And so Kai and Brad eventually came. But it was great. But
So was it just leagues then?
It was just leagues, and that was the idea. I just wanted organized play.
Yeah.
Just wanted
For
them to be able
youth.
to use all of their skills that they had learned. There was plenty of teaching and clinics and learning at the rec level, but they just didn't do leagues. Nobody did leagues.
Okay.
So I just wanted leagues
That were specific to children.
children. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Nobody
I've been
had
in
youth
leagues
leagues.
where there's kids in our league, but then adults complain about that. 'Cause
Yes.
not everybody likes playing with youth.
And Malaya and I played in a ton of adult leagues.
Yeah.
And it just was too much, especially the guys. When girls, she's 11.
Right.
And the guys are just hitting it as hard as they can at her.
Right.
And she had fun, but she wanted to play with kids.
Yeah.
So it was just intended for that. And it's
great.
great.
And
yeah.
now, I know Britton brought this up, but that you guys, and I think you just had your 1-year anniversary with them as like their corporate only employee.
Yes.
So how did it get to that point? Because, and how many leagues a week are you running for the youth?
So I was an independent contractor up until he hired me on like full time.
Okay.
And I worked at the hospital at Ogden Regional. I worked there for 15 years. So I was doing both. And I was doing leagues on the days that I had off at the hospital.
Okay.
And then it got to the point where like my leagues where they had 25 kids and they had like 15 to 20 kids on the wait list.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, we need to do more.
So were you doing like 2 leagues a week?
I was doing 2 leagues a week right at first.
A lot of the same kids in both, or
No, they were different
all
kids.
different. Okay.
Yeah, they were all different kids.
Did you manage them to where like one, because that's what you were saying earlier, is that you were trying to find the skills gap?
Yeah.
So did you do like a 3-0 league and then
No.
like, okay.
Initially we just did the ladder league, and so the bottom court is a lower level than the top court, but it became really apparent really fast that there was some highly advanced kids. They were older and they were more advanced.
Right.
And so I went, okay, we have to separate these kids out and we have to do an advanced league.
Okay.
So we did kind of an intermediate and advanced. Now it's kind of evolved to where we have levels that are kind of skill based, but at first it was just intermediate, advanced. And then that advanced one was more skill vetted. So like not every kid qualified to be in that, because I wanted to make sure that the competition was good.
Right.
And I think that that's what's made our program fun and good, is because it's full and it's good competition. But then the subs become a challenge, and I didn't anticipate the subs being such a big part of the organization part of it. So I built this giant group of kids that I could sub, and I knew what their skill was, and I knew and I knew where I could plug them in, because you can't put a really advanced kid on the lowest court,
right?
Yeah.
So there's some strategy there, and it takes a lot of organizing.
And at that time, so you had multiple leagues going just at Kaysville.
Yeah.
And then did you, like once these franchises started opening, I guess first, what are the age? What's the youngest kid that you have?
So we say 10.
Okay.
We say 10, but there are 8-year-olds, there are 7-year-olds that can play pickleball.
Right.
And so I say on the events that 10 to 18. Okay. But, if you've got a younger kid, then they call me and ask me. And the minimum requirement for our lowest level league is you have to be able to serve. You have to know the rules, and you have to know basic positioning. You don't have to be great at any of it, but you need to know that.
Right.
And so, but there's been kids that have been put in there that don't know that. Right. And so I spend the first couple of weeks of our lowest level league kind of helping the lowest court.
So do you feel like then it kind of, just the lowest court kind of turns into like a learning league type?
kind of.
Do you have learning leagues for
So we
juniors?
do during the summer.
Okay.
And we did like every summer right out of the gate, we would do like beginner league. And that's how Sadie got started.
Okay.
My older daughter
Okay.
is she did my first beginner league that summer, and she did it because I was teaching it.
Okay.
And I didn't really feel like I had any business teaching a beginner league, but I focused on serving. I focused on returning the serve and just basic hitting.
Right.
And I've kind of decided that over the years, I think that confidence starts with a good serve for a kid. If they can serve it really good, then that's where all the spotlight is on them, if they can serve it. And if they can serve it, then they can continue a game. And that's honestly where Malaya got her confidence. That was the first thing that she was really, really good at, was a serve.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like that was kind of the same for me. But because if you start missing serves, you're not good. You just immediately feel defeated,
Right.
Because you're losing points right out the gate.
Yeah. So I think that that's the biggest shot. And I tell the kids always, I'm like, what's the most important shot in pickleball? And they're like, oh, well, your serve and your backhand. I'm like, no, your return of serve. Because if you can't return it back, it's a point for the other team every single time. Yeah. You can miss a serve and it's not necessarily a point. You can but if you miss a return and you know it's coming to you, so, pay attention, be ready, like do it. So serve, return, it's kind of the biggest thing. So,
So now that the franchises are opening up, you guys are expanding. I think that's maybe where you've kind of pulled Tim into the mix.
Yeah.
Because you obviously would need help. I don't know. Because
Well,
there's 3 franchises and.
Yeah.
Well, we have just in Kaysville and Woods Cross, we have 2 leagues on Monday. We have one in Kaysville, one in Woods Cross. And then we have draft league that we're doing right now. We do that every fall. So there's 3 leagues going on Mondays. between Kaysville and Woods Cross. We have a league on Tuesday. I actually have 2 leagues on Tuesday. I have a homeschool league that we started, and then another just after school program. My allergies start.
Yeah, I think mine are doing that too.
That at this time of night, my allergy pill starts wearing off. And then Wednesday we have a league, and Thursday we have a league. So we have, what's that? 3, 5, 6, 7 leagues in Kaysville going on right now.
Jeez, just in Kaysville.
Yeah, just in Kaysville and Woods Cross.
Wow.
And then when Roy opened, it was a corporate location, so I was running a Tuesday league over there because I got help from my friend Elizabeth. She's running the stuff in Woods Cross, and then she ran stuff in Kaysville on Tuesdays. So I was able to run Junior Academy and start that over there.
Okay.
And then that's why, you know, and when we were trying to get people in, that's why we just developed the adult draft for the lower level on Tuesday. And I'm like, let's do it on Tuesday because I'm already there, so I can run it, and, you know, we can do it. So, yeah. And so it's difficult to keep the same, because I think Kaysville has had a bigger group of kids that were already playing. Roy has a brand new area, so they don't have established kids there playing yet. They've got one-off kids, you know, like Kai and Brad, but there's not like a big group of kids there playing. So they're kind of starting ground level. And then same with Pleasant View. There was some kids from Pleasant View that were coming down to Kaysville and playing. Yeah. But they're kind of higher level kids.
Yeah. Tanea was saying that, I guess, Weber High, there's like 60 something kids is what she mentioned on the episode with them. That
I think the high school stuff's going to be really good for them up there.
Yeah.
And we've got Aaron Martinez, who brought his son down to Kaysville, his son Ammon down to Kaysville. And I talked to him the other day, and he's agreed to be the coach for Weber High. So
that's awesome.
So they're gonna do some high school stuff first, and then through the season. And Tanea was kind of like, how should we do that? And I said, I think you should focus on the high school stuff, and then when the high school stuff is over, then you just offer all those kids a junior high school league so that they can keep playing and they can keep going, and then that's going to help them build that up there. So every area is kind of different. And has different needs and has different skill levels.
And that's what you're probably trying to figure out now, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Because I think when we had Tanner and Mike on last week, that's what they said about trying to figure out like what their needs were going to be for the junior academy.
And that's what we've decided to do in Mountain Green, is just a beginner learning league. And where we kind of got that dialed in over the summer, you know, we've got a really good way to do it. You need some instructors, but we've got a really good way to do it. So I think we should start that up there that way. And then that way we'll be able to see what skill comes out. And then we'll be able to know, okay, we've got a bunch of advanced kids, so let's do an advanced league. Or we've got mostly just beginner kids, we'll just do a beginner league. So it's kind of we've got a bunch of different formats that we can do. It's kind of about finding the person to be kind of the center hub, like I am in Kaysville. Kids are hard to work with. Yeah. They're hard with their dependability because they're depending on their parents. But it's so worth it. It's so worth it to get the kids playing because it just changes their lives. And it's such a good way to get them interacting with the opposite sex. The ladder league kind of makes them have to collaborate in a group of people that they might not hang out with normally. Yeah. And there has to be a leader that kind of rises to the top and kind of does the score and does the math and tells everybody and makes sure that they all know what they're doing. And I had a girl who runs soccer. She runs street soccer tournaments. And she said, your league made me realize that the kids are capable of keeping their own score. They're capable of like running it themselves to a certain degree. Like when you empower them to do that, they can do that and they rise to the occasion. And I didn't ever even realize that was one of the things that was happening with it, but they do, and it does. And it's awesome.
I think that's what's different. And I mean, forgive me because I don't know a lot of like children's sports. So maybe this is where you guys could chime in because you all have kids that have played sports. But what I remember, I mean, this is probably 2.5, 3 years ago. I helped with a junior tournament in Farmington. And one of the things that we were told was make sure parents aren't like letting their kids know when they need to take a timeout and all of that. But is that different in other sports? Because I mean, you have a coach that's there and will call the timeouts for like soccer or something. You don't. So when they see their kids struggling or football, they can call a timeout and then like regroup. you don't have a coach that can do that when you are in like a tournament. So the kid has to know when it's time. So then you, again, like you're empowering them to make these decisions or decide if they want to start stacking or, I mean, because I think you would have to then depend on the kid to know like more strategy and understand. And so you're kind of doing that behind the scenes, but in the middle of the game, you can't really be doing that. No. And so, yeah, I think that's kind of an interesting mix.
Well, and that's what the leagues do is like, and amongst the five of them, if one person doesn't know the rules, they'll step in and they'll help them with the rules. If they do something wrong or they get the score wrong, they'll step in and they'll kind of help them with the score and the rules. But we've pounded it in the parents' heads. No coaching. Yeah. Like, I mean, we would do signs. We would do, like, we've done, we do Summer Slam and Snowman Slam. So we do a big youth tournament in the winter and then we do one in the summer. And we've had, I think our first tournament, we had like almost 70 teams.
Oh, wow.
And I work really, really hard to make sure that every division is full. And that the kids have lots of stuff that they get when they win. I love doing the medals. I wanted all the kids to have hoodies.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a big deal. But that's one of the things we're like, no parent coaching. Right. You can coach on a timeout, but no parent coaching at the. And I'm not at league standing at the fence going, do this, do that, do that. Like, that's not what league is about.
Right.
I don't want any of the coordinators to do that either because it is just for independent play. Yeah. They need to work out their own stuff. They need to work out their conflicts. They need to coordinate themselves. You know, I'm, of course, there to answer questions.
Right.
But the idea is for them to do it themselves, to be independent.
Right.
So.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
Right now, I don't think parents really, like, we don't really even have to tell the parents anymore. We just briefly go, hey, you guys know you can't coach. You can't, you know, call timeouts. Yeah. So they kind of know, especially the parents that are kind of in the mix of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. The high school's a different thing, though.
Yeah.
Because you've got new parents, new to pickleball, new to youth. So we have to.
And then you also have coaches. Yeah. I witnessed some fun stuff last year with that. We'll get into that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Minutes. But okay. So where do you kind of, so, you know, you mentioned you have some like summer clinics. So like, is it like a club, I guess, or like a.
So over this last summer, we did 2 beginner learning leagues, and Tim and I did those. And then we did drill with a coach. So the idea was to have something for every level of kid. So if you were a beginner, we wanted to do something for the beginners. If you were just kind of still a beginner, but you knew what you were doing, we wanted you to be able to work on skills so you could still participate in that beginner learning league. But then we wanted to do stuff for the higher level kids. And those kids just want to drill with somebody like the level of Tim, you know, where Tim can get it back to them every time and they get some really good drill. And so he coordinated a bunch of coaches and did a schedule, and we rolled out drill with a coach. We did that all June and July.
Yeah.
We did it 3 days a week. So we did
2 days a week.
No, we did 3 days a week of the drill with a coach, and then 2 days a week of beginner learning league.
We had 2 advanced and then 1 intermediate for the drill with a coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then in that, when you're doing the drill with the coach, like, because Tim, you're really good about like talking strategy and like, I mean, that's kind of what I would wonder is at that level, are you looking at that like drill with the coach, like? Are you doing it like a strategy clinic? It would be separate? No. Or are you kind of coaching them in those?
So this wasn't made to be a clinic, right? No. This is made for the kids that don't necessarily know the drills that you'd go through at the higher level, or don't have someone that they would drill with. And so I would ask, you know, a couple coaches, and they would come in, and even like first week they're like, well, what do you want me to teach? And I basically just told them, I'm like, you're gonna go into this like, okay, this week I'm going to drill my drives or whatever, and you would go through the rounds with the kids. And so you're not teaching them anything. You're just showing them the drills that they can utilize to improve and kind of advance.
So it's not a clinic. It's just, like
at
a little
that
drill
level,
session. Yeah.
At that level, the kids don't really like clinics. Like they're not really into clinics because
kids don't like to be told what to do. Or?
Well, they kind of know everything that a clinic can teach them.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got some pretty good high level of skill.
Yeah.
They just needed some high level person to be able to drill with them.
Gotcha.
And so that was what the intention was. And then of course, like he's great, and he got some really great coaches to be able to give him pointers, you know. And so that happened, but it was mostly just a drill.
Yeah, it wasn't like a coach student scenario. You know what I mean? So it's like, like she said, I kind of brought in some of probably the higher, like the highest level players to do it with them.
Okay.
And
can you name drop a little?
Liam Duffin,
okay,
Kristy Jarman, Ben Whitesides.
Oh, nice.
Matt Olson,
Mary
Monson.
I think Arnell helped a couple.
Great people.
Maybe the first week.
He wasn't able to because he was deployed.
That's correct.
Serving our country.
We wanted him to.
Worst excuse.
We wanted him to, but he couldn't. And Matt is amazing.
Yeah.
And he's amazing with the kids.
I've heard really good things about
He's amazing.
A couple of people have actually told me to do a clinic because I think he used to instruct at Uinta, right?
He still does.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So,
but yeah, so they would come in, and just because of their level and their, like, if they're drilling with someone, they're instantly going to just talk strategy or recap what happened and stuff like that. So that kind of happened naturally.
right.
So it kind of turned into somewhat of a learning area, but it wasn't a coach student scenario.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then I made him do conditioning with them. They hated that.
yeah,
Like what?
I was in trouble.
Liam loved that one.
I do remember seeing something on like Instagram.
Well, Mary was doing it with him, and she was like running to the kitchen, and then they had to backpedal, and she tripped and fell and rolled.
Oh, no.
And I happened to be recording it at the time, and so I clipped it right as she fell, but then she made me give her the main one, and she put it in her reels. But Liam was like, "I'll pay you. I will coach your kid if you will give me this." It was funny.
So you turned it over?
I
Just kidding.
I promised Mary that I wouldn't, so I didn't.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
but now Malaya is coaching with Liam,
Oh, that's awesome.
and so she was able to make that connection with him.
I did actually. This is so embarrassing, but I know people listening do this, because everybody is like nosy by nature. But I saw something on Venmo that you like had paid Liam Duffin for Malaya coaching, and I was like, "Ooh, do I need to get lessons from Liam Duffin?"
Yeah,
That's so
he's
funny.
great. He's great.
I
Yeah.
would recommend Liam to
Yeah.
anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Well,
Does
and
he live in this area?
Well,
He's kind of late
Ish.
in the area
I guess we
now,
probably
right?
don't need to
No.
talk about where he lives, but I didn't
Yeah.
think he was up this way because I thought he was going to school in southern Utah.
He kind of goes back and
Oh,
forth.
okay.
And his girlfriend lives in Logan.
Okay.
And so
Just kind of everywhere.
But he's trying to build his coaching, and that's why
okay.
that's why he sponsored Malaya's draft team.
Oh, okay. I did not know
So,
that he
yeah,
did. Oh, how
yeah.
fun.
So they're Liam Duffin and coaching because that's what he's trying to do.
Oh,
So,
okay.
And he's
Awesome.
great. He's great.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
I know. I've been wanting to do, like, Tim did a little lesson with me, and I've been needing to get with Kristy because we had some time scheduled. So I would love to learn from a bunch of different people because I think everybody's got a different way of teaching, and
Yeah.
I want to know who I learn under best, right?
Yeah, and that's how Malaya was.
Yeah.
She took some stuff with Sang, and
Oh, yeah.
and Sang taught her like everything that she could do with him, and then
Right.
she wanted some different. Liam just has a little bit different technique and way he teaches.
Well,
which
yeah, I think
really
and
resonates.
all of
with
you
her.
all of you guys play differently. So to then also learn, and that's the other thing. Like that's why I kind of wanted, because there's a lot of like male coaches out there, but then Kristy, I feel like is the only one locally that I feel that I know of,
Kristy's great.
and she's so great. She's
Yeah.
so nice, and so I was like, oh, I wonder if like strategy wise, she could explain it to me in girl. I don't know if that makes me sound so stupid. I'm not a stupid. I'm a smart. I'm a smart girl. I can understand boy things. But you know what I mean? I just feel like men sometimes just have a different way of understanding strategy and talking it. And maybe it's my listening ears that aren't as good, where I'm just like, ugh, whatever. But like from like a woman, maybe I'll be like, oh yeah, and they're saying the exact same thing. It just translates different. I don't know.
Mansplain. Sometimes hard to understand.
Yeah.
I think it's just every coach has a different way of
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so
putting it
too.
out there.
Yeah.
Because I've had a bunch of people who were in my clinics, and they've done clinics with people that I see as higher coaches than I am, and they were just like, I just like the way that you explained this part of it better than what I had learned in the past.
I loved the gameplay clinic that I took from you. It was awesome.
I need to do that.
Like it was
think.
the section thing. Like I think about that all the time.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is a good transition into
Yeah.
clinics and coaching
Yeah.
and all things Tim Heninger. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So yeah, let's get into that. Like tell us more about your role and what you've kind of been doing to help the kitchen.
So I kind of started like how Kristy started with the Junior Academy, but I'm like an independent contractor. And initially the idea was to provide clinics at all franchise locations and corporate locations, just because they had league and learns, but there weren't like clinic specifics, right?
We
so
kinda
Or anything
dabbled
above the
the clinic.
Yeah, there wasn't anything above
Yeah.
the league and
And it takes a lot of coordinating. Like there's a lot of behind the scenes that goes into the leagues, goes into the clinics, goes into the coordinating of
I
instructors
imagine.
and coaches. Like when people say, why don't you do clinics? And why don't you do private lessons? And why don't you do, because there's way more coordinating than people even realize.
Right.
Yeah.
When you really dive into it, I think, and not to downplay anything, but clinics are a little bit more difficult to run than like a league, because a league, you have that really stressful time period. You're trying to fill it, but once you fill it, then you're good for 2 months.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Where clinics are, say you have 3 clinics in a week, you're constantly up to the date of the clinic. You're trying to get it filled,
Right.
and you have to do that every single week. You're like, there's sometimes I just, the only thing I have is GroupMe to kind of reach out to people, and I feel like I'm kind of spamming GroupMes. And I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to take away from the members in the GroupMe and like have them silent it or whatever, so they
Right.
don't get any other information. But at the same time, I need to fill the clinic. And so
Right.
to do that with, let's see, I was doing like for four franchises at the time.
Well, here's an idea. Sorry to cut you off, but you have a Kitchen Junior Academy specific Instagram page.
Mm-hmm. And we need somebody to help us with our social media. So if anybody knows of anybody who wants
She's
to
talking
help
to
us,
the listeners, and I don't know why you're looking at me.
Okay.
I had no time. I can't answer my text messages.
Right.
We talked about this.
No, but seriously, we are actively looking for somebody to do our social media, because social media content it's hard to create. It takes a lot of time that we don't have. We are missing the boat on that, and we all know we are. Roy is knocking it out of the park, though.
Roy's doing so good.
Their social media,
Yeah,
but I mean,
Lori's doing
both
great.
of those, Lori and
Laurel.
Laurel,
Yeah.
like they're putting in 10, 20, 30 hours a week
They have to
do that.
They have to be. Just
So-
in like
so
our
we need
skinny
that.
singles social
Yeah.
media.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I was just going to say. I wonder if you guys could establish an Instagram page or, something for specific to clinics. That way you kind of being able to like create flyers, or once you have a content creator person, they can do the flyers and you can push those. You can tag all of the locations.
It's going to help a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that might be helpful.
No,
or if
it
they're
will.
even just doing it from their main page. Maybe you don't have a specific one. I didn't realize you guys were looking for somebody.
I have a Junior Academy one, and I'm terrible at it.
I like all of my stuff on social media.
Well,
for that.
I mean, but I do the bare minimum of what I, because I have an aversion to social media. So like to really grasp how to do it, I have a hard time with that.
Yeah. I just think that, because I agree with you. I think the more you're pushing it out there,
It's a fine line.
people are going to silence it. Yeah. But how else are you supposed to reach people for stuff like that? So I get it. So that's why I'm thinking, I was just kind of like, oh, here's a thought.
Well, we call it our channels. So we try to put as many people in our channels as possible.
Right.
And then that's where we push the information is out to the channels. But people for clinics and youth stuff, like they need reminders over and over and over again. And you have to just get right past the point of uncomfortable, of buggy, and then you're there.
Right.
That's where you got to be.
And there's newsletters that go out from the locations.
People don't read their emails.
No, I don't. I didn't even know that there was a newsletter until Britton brought it up. So,
People don't.
You think 70 text messages is a lot, you guys?
Yeah.
My email is out of control.
Yeah, they don't. So, we need to figure out. That's one of the challenges, is getting the word out to everybody, because I think if everybody knew, everybody would participate, but just people don't know. So,
Right.
yeah. So you guys need to grow to millions of people.
All the millions of people listening right now.
Millions of people?
There's tens
Tim
of people.
does amazing clinics.
There's tens of people listening right now.
Does amazing
tens.
clinics. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have taken a lesson from Tim, and Tim does great. And I feel like you have done a great job networking and knowing who to align each franchise with, like getting the right people in there to help with those.
He does a great job.
Because I heard Brandon Aya is helping with Pleasant View. And
He was, yeah.
Oh, he was. So he's not anymore. So
Well, so the clinics kind of took a dive out there because they never really took off.
Gotcha.
Because so one of the other struggles is you got to find the hours
Right.
that members are going to come to,
Right.
and then you've got to align the coaches that can coach those hours. And so
Gotcha.
most of the coaches do it on the side, right? So they
Right.
have a day job. And so with Brandon, he was only able to coach like 2 days a week,
Yeah.
and they were all nighttime.
Yeah.
So,
That makes sense.
and when you run nighttime clinics, they run into leagues and stuff
Right.
like that.
Your prime time court hours.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's
That's
kind of
tough.
we're just kind of in a fill out zone for all the franchises.
Yeah.
When's
I
the
will
best time for people and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I will say, because that was always my hardest thing, because when, I hate to talk about the pickler when we were talking about the kitchen, but for a long time, they were the only place that really offered a lot of clinics. And so, but theirs were always in the middle of the day. And I can't do that. So then, or like their drill sessions, they're always in the middle of the day. And I get it because, like you just said, your court time. But what about a Sunday?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a Sunday afternoon, even. Like maybe that's something that I think a lot of people might be interested in. I know there's a lot of people that won't play on Sundays, but there's a lot of people that would. And I think that that's an idea. I don't know. Because I played at the Roy Kitchen today, and we were the only 4 people in there.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was at 2:30, and it's like, oh, at 2 p.m. it's after church. If they're okay still to play after church, and I don't know. So maybe put that out there, because I can't play.
So Roy's been the one location that I've been able to test the most because I'm coaching them. So I have an open schedule at that point,
right?
And I've tried like everything.
Dang it, not Sundays.
And when I first started offering them, it was great. I was filling clinics. I was getting a good amount of people, and then I don't know if I scared them off, because after like the clinics, they would be like, well, do you think I should take another clinic, or should I work on this until I feel comfortable with it? And me being the type of coach I am, I told them you should probably work on what we just learned until you get it, and then do another clinic.
Yeah,
So
I guess
I'm
you're kind of
not
in a
sure.
catch-22, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I've got to promote these other clinics, but I do think that they should be working on this. Yeah.
So
Interesting.
It's a hard balance.
It is.
Yeah.
Huh.
It is. And every location is different. Like every community around each
Their needs are
location
different,
is
right?
so different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a trial and error thing.
Right.
You know,
Because you're just figuring it out.
yeah, where you
That's
just
good.
figure it out. And that's the great thing about the kitchen is they're a smaller ship that can turn real easy.
Right.
You know, other establishments that are bigger and have multiple people, they can't really,
Yeah, they're not as flexible.
No, they're not as flexible. So,
Yeah.
the kitchen takes feedback. They'll change things if they needed.
Yesterday, Tom, he's so funny. I love them so much. But he was like, oh, so just so you know, at this tournament today, there's a couple of things that we've done differently because of your suggestions. I was like, oh, really? Like what? And he's like, we had snacks. And I was like, I did not suggest that. I said that I think people bitch about it, and I think that they should shut up.
their little bowl of
Yes, they're so
that
cute.
was
Like the candy. And he's like,
Were
it wasn't a lot. But no, because I was telling them that when I used to run tournaments, people would complain that we didn't have snacks. And I'm like, you're a grown up, you're an adult, and you know that you're going to a tournament for 6 hours, pack your lunch.
Yeah.
And so that was my take on it.
Yeah.
But he spun it, and he was like, no, that's actually a good idea. We should. And so he got like fruit snacks and candy. And then he goes, and then you talked about how like the music is fun. So they put another speaker on that other side. And I was like, yes, I do appreciate that.
The music
but
is
don't
good.
put it out there that Destiny was complaining that there's no snacks. Destiny always brings her own snacks.
Well, he was funny because yesterday all the medals were like in a big old pile.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is what happens when men run tournaments. Is that everything isn't just in a pile. Yeah. If a women is running it, it's all nice and laid out. And I'm like,
he's not wrong.
True.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny though. I did appreciate the snacks. I did have some.
I didn't.
Even though I did bring my own. I brought a whole cooler yesterday.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I went home and made me chicken salad set.
Oh my gosh, it was
yum.
so good. Well, plus I was like, I'm gonna make little snack packs for my team. So I did. They were like, thanks, Mom.
You're so cute.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So how many different skill or clinics do you actually run?
So when I first was developing it, I came up with like 5 different clinics just initially, just to kind of cover bases, and then I added in like the coach gameplay, and then I added one called like pickleball IQ, and so
That's the one I think I want to do.
yeah, and so I think the coach gameplay and pickleball IQ are going to be by far the most popular because they're kind of a wide open clinic.
Yeah.
Where the other ones are like you're working specifically on resets and speed ups, or you're working specifically at like kitchen strategy or serve and returns and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, and I feel like you can get a broader range of skill level, I would think, with the IQ one, and I don't know,
kind of mold
maybe.
and I think that's another hurdle that we've got to do, because some people don't want to sign up, because if they're like, okay, I'm going to do a coach gameplay, and they see themselves at 4-0, they don't want to be a coach gameplay with someone who's 3-0.
Yeah, I
because
mean, I'm
then
not
they're
going to
getting
lie.
it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. That would be me. I think we talked about maybe doing like drill sessions, and I don't want to go drill with someone who's a 3-0 so that I can teach them how to drill. I want to be taught how to drill. So I want some good drills at my level, and I want to play, and I want to be drilling with somebody at my level. And especially if I'm paying for it, if you're going into that, if otherwise I'll go drill with somebody, at the park. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I get that. But then how do you coordinate that?
Yeah.
That's the tricky part.
And so, like, right now, we don't have enough participation to skill out each clinic.
Right.
And I've tried to tell people this as they're signing up or asking me the questions. The coaches that I use can assess skill. And so they're not going to put a 4-0 with a 3-0, because that's not going to help either of them.
Right.
And so I believe that my coaches that I have coaching will be able to separate them and give everybody the teachings that they need by separating the skill levels within the clinic.
Okay.
And I've ran across probably 2 clinics that I've had to do that at, where it was a coach gameplay. There was 4 players that were all about the same level, and then there was 4 that were a little bit lower. And so instead of mixing them like I did yours, I kept them separated, and then I spent even amount of time with each person.
Okay.
So
But that's the cool thing about the clinics is they're small groups,
right.
which is good.
You're getting more time
Yeah,
with the
you're
coach.
Well, what's the average size then?
4 to 8.
4 to 8?
4 to 8 is what they're going to be. I don't like to do more than 8 people per one coach.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, per one coach for sure. Yeah. So you keep mentioning your coaches. Can you give us some names and where they coach at? So if people listening want to do clinics, they know who to look for.
yeah, so Brandon would be my Pleasant View coach once we figure out his work schedule
Right.
and the schedule with the franchise. Aaron and Adam were a possibility, but
Okay.
I'm not sure if they're going to be as available anymore. I run out of Roy, DJ Cristobal. We might start up out of Roy, Kaysville. You got Annie Markowski. I can do out of Kaysville.
Amber Tuttle does.
Amber
Woods
Tuttle
Cross.
does Woods Cross.
She does level up clinics down there, so she'll
I did
do
not know
like
her.
she's from South Jordan,
I think
so she will
somewhere.
only come as far north as Woods Cross.
Yeah.
But she loves to do clinics, and she does really good clinics down there, and they're level up clinics. So
Right.
like 3-5 to 4-0
Okay.
or 4-0 to 4-5.
So does she do like an evaluation to see?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she kind of
Okay.
She does. I mean, I would say that if you are around a 4-0 and you want to do a 4-0 to 4-5, you could go to that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Or if you're kind of in between a 3-5 and a 4-0,
Okay.
you could go to it. And
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at that. I don't
Yeah.
know who she is. Yeah.
Yeah. She's really nice. She's really good.
Yeah, and then Mountain Green will have Whitney and Carson Wilkins and Whitney Berg,
Oh, okay.
and then
Oh, Carson did tell me that actually. Yeah.
and then I kind of float. So if I have to cover somewhere, I'm kind of in the middle of everything, so I can go to whatever facility. And then I've got like Mike Kelly said he'll do some clinics and stuff like that if he needs to cover. So
Yeah. So you got a good, you do have some really good people.
yep. And then I have coaches talking to me every day about possibly doing it, and so I've got a couple that I've got on the back burner that
Yeah.
if something slides the different way, they'll start coaching for me as well.
How do you pick your coaches? People that you want to interact with to help.
So
with your clients?
I've played with the majority of my coaches before. And so I kind of know their personality, because you have to have a certain personality to coach.
Yep.
And then you've also got to have a good understanding of the game, in my opinion. So either a good understanding of the game or the mechanics. And so as long as you have something like that, and I know that you're not going to just, you're not going to just come in, take the people and leave, then, do your own thing. Then I feel like I have a good group. And so I had an idea before I went in of the people I wanted to ask. So
cool. For your clinics, do you have like a certain percentage of like instruction, verbal instruction, and then play? Like, do you have it kind of set up to where you'd say, okay, like 20% we're actually going to be talking through the strategy, and then 80% I'm actually going to have you with a ball on the court drilling or working these shots?
So it's not specific. Like I said, I was kind of specific when choosing my coaches, and I believe that they'll have the right understanding on when you need to be talking and when you need to be playing.
Okay.
I'm personally like a do it learner, so I have to do it or else I'm not going to learn. I can't just have someone explain it to me. So I have to physically do it. And so in my clinics, I probably, in my opinion, I talk too much, but I'll stop, like in a coach gameplay, I'll stop them, after a point, and I'll talk for a minute and then watch them correct as they do that. And then look for the next thing to correct.
Okay, I'm going to pause because I've known Tim for a very, very, very long time. Like almost 20 years, maybe?
Yeah.
And you just said that you talk too much. And that's like wild to me. But it actually like warms my heart because for those of you guys, I don't know if we even mentioned this when I know we talked about how long Tim and I have known each other for when we had you and Jess on. But when I first met Tim, like he was just never spoke about anything. And I just feel like pickleball, which I'm going to like pat myself on the back here because I introduced you to pickleball. But I just feel like it's really like you have just come into your own with pickleball. And I don't know, like, I don't know if it's your confidence has gone up or I don't know. And maybe that I'm not trying to embarrass you or anything here, but I just feel like you've completely done like even a 180. And then I've seen like it help your kids and Jess as well. And I just like, I love pickleball for that because I think it's done the same thing for me. But socially, I have seen you do a 180, I think. And it's crazy to me that just to even hear you say, well, I think I talk too much. And I'm like, what the hell?
I remember when I first met Tim, we played in a Steed pickleball. And I was like, this guy is ornery. He doesn't talk. But I was determined to try to be your friend.
That's so funny.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
We weren't friends.
Oh, no.
He just would never talk to me. Never talk to me. And then as his kids play, I'm like, I'm going to get him to talk to me. I'm going to get him to talk to me. And then I just decided he's not going to talk to me. So it's fine. But I'm still going to be his friend.
I always like compared him to, if anybody watches Big Bang Theory, Raj, who like can't talk around girls until he drinks. And I'm like, that's Tim. Yeah, see?
I'll agree. I'll agree.
He was a chatty Cathy last night, guys. Apparently, whenever he's instructing, he does.
Like some days he's like, I'm not talking. Yeah. And then some days he's like, I'm telling you everything that I did this day.
Yeah. But you didn't used to be like that. And so, and maybe, but I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like pickleball has like really like, I don't know, developed your communication skills.
He's really good with the kids.
Oh, that's
especially like the older kids. Because, like, I think you need to be able to joke with the kid.
Oh, yeah. What you doing over there?
Okay. And it, like, vibrates.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
But he, like, jokes with them and, like, and they have a really good rapport with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're good with the kids.
I love that.
I like to talk crap. So.
Yeah. I think that's why,
that too.
Yeah. I think that's why I do really well with the kids, too.
Yeah. Kids like that.
Yeah. They like when you talk to them like they're adults or not children, right? I think actually Malaya mentioned that once. About somebody, and she's like, they just talk to me like I'm a kid, and I'm like, sweetie, you are.
Yeah.
You are a kid.
Yeah.
So it's hard for some people to see past that, right? And also like understanding boundaries. If they're not close to a 14-year-old, I'm not going to talk to you like I would my buddy either. Mm-hmm. So
and that might be my fault because I've always treated them like an equal, and I've always said that like I'm going to treat my kids like an equal. Like their voice matters as much as mine.
Right.
I might be screwing it totally up.
I don't think so.
Like, who knows? They're not all grown yet,
Right.
but I think they're pretty good humans.
I agree.
But I just, like, it's mutual respect, and I don't really believe in talking to kids like they're kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I just don't think everybody has done that. And maybe like out of respect for somebody else's kids, like they're like, well, I don't know if I should be joking that way. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
And-
there's a difference, like, you know, being appropriate around a kid.
I just mean like kind of
and-
talking crap and all of that.
Yeah.
Like it's just some people I don't think
Yeah.
are socially there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
You can kind of tell, though.
Yeah,
You build
it's
some
true.
rapport, and then you connect.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's one of the biggest, like, goals with the kids is you got to figure out how to connect with
Oh
them.
yeah. Oh true.
think
I
that's-
remember the oh yeah.
That's what we have in common, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because we're so much alike parenting aspect wise. Is like when we go to tournaments or whatever, Malaya and Sadie are our vacation daughters.
Yeah.
So we like take responsibility for them. So
We're gonna switch.
Yeah.
Sadie and Malaya are gonna go,
We'll
and
happily
then
trade
Kai,
Kai
and
and
Brad.
Brad.
I will take them. Crap! I got a war.
yeah, Kai's gonna be pissed at you.
Is it over?
I don't think
What
so.
happened? What do you
I
mean?
have to war.
What do you mean?
So I'm in Kai's Clash of Clan,
Oh,
and he sends me a text, and he told me yesterday. He's like, "Kristy, we're at war," and I'm like,
I
"Okay."
just had PTSD.
Because no, because
Dave used to play Clash of Clans. Did you see me? I was like, "What's happening?"
I'm sorry.
Like a
I'm
malfunction
sorry.
for a second.
But I let him down so bad a couple weeks ago because I did not war, and he even reminded me, and I didn't. I've got to remember to war right after this.
We'll
I have to attack.
oh goodness.
Yeah, sorry.
That's
My
so
bad.
funny.
I just barely remember that.
I will say, I think connecting, I think that's the same with adults, though, too. Like I mentioned before in an episode, maybe 2 ago, that I'm trying to do these 4 pillars every day. And one of those is to connect with people. And I think it's the same as like adults. Like I don't always feel like I connect with certain adults, but 90%.
All adults want to connect.
That's true.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
some people
like
that
you
are
said,
like,
Tim did not want anything to do with you for a while.
no, but I felt like he was my friend, but he just
You might
didn't
have felt-
want to
yeah,
tell me
yeah.
that he was my friend.
That's probably what
I
it
just had to
was.
keep trying and trying.
That was weird though.
You're like, I'm
because
going to bring him down.
when I first started playing, like she brought me and my buddy Rob in, and that was our drinking activity. So we would be drinking and playing, and so
True.
usually
So
I'm
you
more
were
outgoing
drinking
when I
at
drink.
Steed?
No, we were at the
Oh.
shed.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Brian and Mandy.
But even our first tournament, we downed quite a few.
Oh,
beers.
yeah. Was that in St. George?
Yeah.
The shootout?
Yeah.
That's true.
We
Look, you
drank
guys are
a
freaking
lot.
idiots. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Was it there or was it in Brigham? Oh, I think we were all drunk at the one in Brigham.
Oh, when me and Rob, our
Do you
first
play better
tournament,
pickleball when
No.
you're drunk?
I
I did
don't.
back then.
He thinks
but
so.
once you get to it's a certain skill
I
level.
think so.
Because when you're just starting, like you're so worried about the shots you're hitting.
Yeah.
It
that you
relaxes
drink and
you.
you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
But there
And you're not exerting as much energy, too.
it's that fine line though.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm way too old to do that. Like I would
You could have a
dry
couple
up
mimosas.
and be
Dry.
dehydrated, and then I'd be crampy. and
Actually,
then
that
I'd
did
be
happen
like,
at like a.
No.
We played outdoors for Father's Day a few years ago, and so obviously, like I was like, let's go get White Claws and mimosas. Happy
it
Father's
backfired.
Day, and then it backfired, and I was like, I'm cramping. Where's the water?
We were actually super hydrated that tournament. I
The
don't know why, but yeah.
which one?
After every match, we would, with St. George
Oh, yeah.
courts, we would run across to the parking lot, and we had all the alcohol in
You
my
were
car.
drinking all the liquid you could.
Yeah, it was a good time.
For legal purposes, we did have a sober driver.
Yeah,
We were not drinking and drinking.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We need your disclaimer voice, Rob. Kevin's.
Oh, I do like that.
Yeah, I just sped it up. Yeah.
Wait, you're not talking that fast?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
it's
Weird.
still really long too. I was
so
like
long.
amazed
It's
how
really
long.
long.
it
I
was.
even
was
like sped it up when I was listening. I was like, "This is."
Do you
enough of
have to do that? Do you
For-
have to have that whole
for the commercial, yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh, so that I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
It
did.
was like 15 seconds sped up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, are you saying I should speed it up more?
It was just long because I always listen to the podcast when I work out,
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there between sets, and it was literally like the whole rest period. And I'm like, holy cow, that was freaking long.
It is a long
Freaking
game,
long.
Yeah.
but
It's been good.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe next time if we do another paid one, I'll speed it up.
Yeah.
The disclaimer.
I think you sped it up fine. Tim's
Yeah.
being a complainer.
No,
No,
I'm just saying.
trying to
I'm just
think of
saying
other-
it was crazy how long it still
Oh,
was
yeah.
sped
Oh,
up.
gotcha.
Oh, because we had to because he has to voice the address and the phone number and all of that. Yeah. And I think with it being like financial, there's all these other little things. I think is probably more so what it was for. But
Well, looking back and thinking about other advertisements that you hear, it's really condensed those.
terms and whatever they are. Yeah.
So
Interesting.
maybe I'll try it.
Yeah.
It's like a drug commercial. Where they gotta like speed through the anal seepage that it
Oh
makes,
yeah.
you know?
All right,
Like,
there's
might
a
cause-
there's a podcast first, anal seepage.
That's what we're gonna name this one. Anal seepage with Kristi and Tim.
That is awesome.
That's hilarious. It's like have you experienced?
No, it might cause this. It might cause
Yes,
this.
yeah,
It
yeah.
might cause an anal seepage.
Stop saying it. Stop it.
Oh man.
That is so
A
funny.
new trigger word for you.
Yeah. I thought it was Clash of Clans, and little did I know it's anal seepage. Okay, I don't know if we have time to get into the high school club stuff, but before we do that, I do want to ask Tim if you could give us because you're doing all the little coaching, that belittled it. I'm sorry. Because you're doing all the big coaching. I don't know if that was better. What is a takeaway that you could give our listeners, us, as far something that we can work on, a drill, do you have anything for us here?
So the one thing that absolutely everybody can work on, even the best players, is footwork.
Oh.
Oh,
I
All
didn't
your
want to hear
mistakes.
that.
But
boring.
you know when you're doing it too, because you
Yeah.
reach for a shot
Yeah.
and you miss it, and you're like, "Why did I miss that?" But no one equates.
So
it to the
how?
footwork.
Should I get the dance game or
Or like
No?
one more time for the people watching?
every time Dad tells me that all the time. He's like, "You gotta move your feet." I'm like, "What do you mean? Like move my feet like this?"
I remember you actually telling that to
the hell?
Jessica, and you're like, "You got to move your feet more." And she's like, "What do you mean?"
Yes.
Just look at an auto witch play and do that.
Yeah, just don't do it very loud because you'll get a distraction.
I will
Fault.
cramp after
Oh, I don't know how
I don't even know how he does that. Yeah.
his calf. Oh,
Adderall.
It's
Gosh,
actually
that's
eating
exactly what it
Adderall.
is.
that's
Causes
scientifically
anal seepage though.
backed. Actually, it's supposed to trigger something in your system to keep you more focused. To do that,
Adderall
Really?
does.
no.
No, the constant
No.
bouncing.
I was like, I need some of this Adderall.
Footwork. Adderall. Footwork.
I guess I'll work on your footwork.
I don't know. The
But
best
so how
thing-
are you doing that?
And that
though?
makes sense though.
Yeah, the best thing I actually was teaching a clinic. I've never explained it this way, but the main thing in pickleball is you want to hit the most consistent shot you can, right? And the best way to do that is to hit the same shot. You hit
Over
the same
and
way.
over and over,
So
right.
your footwork should be able to get you into hitting that same shot. So if you're not hitting the same shot and you're reaching a little bit,
It's
you know
because
you're not
yeah.
moving enough.
So how do we do that? How do we do
You
it?
just have to be aware of it, and you gotta.
Okay.
I mean,
Stay on your toes.
everybody talks about
That's what I feel like I do.
working out and training for your sport and things like
next.
that. Same thing for pickleball.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true.
and I'll tell you, I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't move my feet enough, ever. I reach all the time, and I get away with it sometimes.
I was just gonna say, I feel like
sometimes I
you
don't.
make it work though.
Well, reaching is because it's sometimes hard to anticipate, especially people who misdirect and you think they're going one way and they go another way. And so you're just it's just I don't.
Yeah.
But that,
Obviously, there's those one-off hits that you're going to have to reach for.
Yeah.
But I think you're just talking about the more general
yeah.
dink position hits.
Yeah.
But also, as you grow as a player, you'll be able to anticipate better.
I'm never
True.
growing as a player.
So I'll tell you, you will
Never
stop it.
too. No.
It's like baseball. You look at her shoulders and you can tell which way they're probably going to hit the ball to a degree.
Yeah.
It's probably the same with pickleball. There are certain motions that you can tell within a player. Also volleyball. volleyball is big on shoulder placement, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're going to cut crossed, you're moving this shoulder cross this way, you know. So it's recognizing those little key movements of people where you can kind of tell where they're going to be aiming, or hips too.
And you can all learn this in my pickleball IQ clinics.
Yeah. So everyone
You
take
do
it.
it on a Sunday?
I will if people want it.
Yeah,
I
I
need-
feel
I
like
need to
there's a
take one.
drill that Bonnie and I were doing, like when we were in a tournament one day. I was like, oh, I saw this on Instagram. Let's try it. And I feel like it might help with footwork. So first we kind of started just straight across from each other on the court, dinking, and then we're moving all the way down, and then you're moving back. And then we did one where she was cross court,
And you're
and you're
crossing.
I've done that
crossing,
drill before.
and
Yeah.
you're kind of trying to go faster. And then we've done one where we did that, but you are trying to hit it out of the air as you're moving. And so that could be something that could help.
Oh, for
I
sure.
don't know. Yeah. So, but there's something for your clinic. You're welcome. I will take 10% of whoever signs up. Thank you so much.
So we have a line in our garage, and it's like kitchen line, and the girls and I would go and just hit it and move as we're hitting it up against the wall. And then I like threw out my back, and it hurt like a week. So I'm like, I can't do that anymore. But is that a way to work on footwork?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, like, honestly, a lot of the people who play don't actually move correctly. And that's one of the things Liam teaches too, is how to move correctly for the shot and for the circumstances you're in.
Yeah. And to place yourself differently.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I hate to call out saying, but I do it in all my clinics.
He's probably not listening.
Probably not. But so he comes from badminton, and so when you're in badminton, you have very small,
I didn't know that.
almost like foot patterns when you're moving.
Okay.
And in pickleball, you want to be super direct on what you're doing to save energy. So you want to be, use the least amount of energy, because if you're tiring out before your opponent, then you're not going to win that rally. And so really like a side step or a skip step sidewards is probably the most beneficial movement, rather than like a side, like a, no, like, so like it's like a side, a skip
Like
step.
a side shuffle.
So if your feet are wide and you were to think you're moving left, then it's almost like you come over with your right foot and tap your left foot and hop almost.
Like that?
It's kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Because
But
it
with
covers
your
more
feet.
court, and you should be,
Well, yeah.
yeah, you should be able to cover from your center spot on your box to the center line and to the baseline in one movement, basically.
But what if you just have little legs?
Little way.
I have little legs and
You
I
do
can
have
still
little
make it.
legs.
God, you're athletic though, and it's so annoying.
And you're younger.
Oh.
But I think
Not
it's,
younger than me.
I don't think it's the movement. I think it's more just people recognizing that they have to move more.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that too.
Yeah.
And I feel like what helped me was, losing 80 pounds did help, but also staying on my toes, I feel like has helped me a ton, because I
see
feel
you
like
do
I'm
that
just
all the
in
time.
ready position.
Yeah, I feel like I see you hopping.
Yeah,
in
and
the
it might
kitchen.
not be doing anything more than just burning a few extra calories, because I feel like I'm still also reaching. So it's like, I don't know. But I feel like it has
feel
helped
like you
me
move
get to the
good.
ball more.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I'm out of position a lot. So when you mentioned that Liam kind of drills on or talks about that might help
does great,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can also just Google drills on footwork and it'll
Yep.
come up. So I just did that. But also,
You
if
can
Tim
Google
does,
anything.
yeah,
Chat
GPT.
GPT.
She's so smart.
She is so smart, and
She's
she
smart.
remembers.
Oh my god.
She's my
We're
therapist.
besties.
It's free.
The funny thing with ChatGPT is, like, if the kids are going through a problem, Jess is like, ChatGPT it, and then they'll ChatGPT it, and then they'll ask me, and like my answer is exactly the same. As
Okay,
ChatGPT.
shut up.
That's what
think
Bob
it's funny
claims
because
about
I don't-
football announcers. He's like, "Did I not just say that?" I'm like, yeah, you did. I know.
That's so
I used to
funny.
tell
But
my
when
son,
we fight, we chat GBT. I'm like, he said this, and I did this. What does that mean? Means you're being ridiculous.
It's told you that?
Yes.
Mine does not ever talk to me like that. She's always on my side. She's like, he's wrong again. Just
Sorry.
kidding. No,
Sorry.
actually, I've tried to I've tailored it to be like, no, give me the ugly. Like
Yeah.
what, as I want to know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need it to comfort me. It's a computer. I need a man for that.
that,
This is not.
that Gemini is getting pretty.
Oh,
stir
yeah.
ever.
You guys?
I've
You
got
just have a
Gemini on
discuss.
my phone.
You
Did
can
I
have,
show
a
you-
discussion with it? I guess
Yeah.
did they redo it because it
the
was
new ones, yeah.
I'll show you a little before and after.
pretty bad
picture
there
of
for a
what
little
I
bit.
did.
It was posting some racist stuff.
Really?
Hmm. Yeah, they had to go back and like
is that
redo the algorithm. Yeah,
Oh my
Was that the
gosh.
one that was like?
It was
Wasn't
like-
it like
Don't say it.
Hitler?
hating Jews and it was
It
really
was
bad.
acting like Hitler.
Yeah,
Laugh, Tim.
I
This
heard
is
about
serious
that.
stuff.
yep.
But wasn't it only for like a week? And when they realized that it was doing that,
Yeah,
then they
Ruh-roh.
changed it.
yeah,
Like,
Wow.
did somebody program it?
probably.
It's like
You never know.
those Disney movie covers that have hidden things in them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Like wieners just
Yeah.
everywhere. Little Mermaid.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all in the castle if you got the right one.
yeah. Exactly,
I had
yeah.
like the old VHS, like, you know, like the box ones that like clip
It's in the very
together.
back.
Yeah.
No way.
Yep.
Plain as day, you can see.
Yeah.
And there's some
Oh my
like Mickey and Minnie episodes that if you pause it the right way, it looks like
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Oh boy. Thanks for laughing, guys.
Yeah, in every shirt design I make, there's a little hidden picture.
Stop it.
No, I'm just
Oh, that's like
That would be cool though.
That would
casual
be kinda
tinkers.
cool.
Yeah, you should
That
start doing
might be
now.
a way to, sell more shirts.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Actually, you should do a shirt that's like the Magic Eye shirt, but do like pickleballs or something, like in different colors.
What's the magic eye?
Is it Magic Eye or like the magic books? Like you would open, like what's
You
it
stare
called?
at
Like
a
you
spot.
stare at
Gotcha.
them,
Gotcha.
stare at a spot, or like the Find,
Oh.
like the
Yeah.
I Spy books. I guess that's where I was really going with the I Spy,
I know
the
what you're
magic
talking
book
about.
ones. Yeah,
Yep.
that you like have to like cross eye, and then you have to like
I get all these suggestions of like shirts, designs,
Sorry.
and stuff like that.
do
It's-
your own thing. Actually,
It's fine. It's just will it sell? You know what I mean?
You do a great job though. Like I see all the stuff you push out and it's awesome.
Oh, well, thanks.
I think so.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. All
I
right.
buy too many clothes though.
You what?
I buy too many clothes.
Yeah, same. Same. So I probably don't have time to get too much into high school stuff, but I do want to have you guys back on. I know the season's starting in November.
We've got a really good team.
But I do want to, I guess the main thing I want to ask, there's so much I want to ask actually, but so are you both coaching at Syracuse then?
Yes.
Are you not doing a Roy one?
So I
Your alma
told
mater?
Kristy I'd help with Syracuse.
I begged
so
him to help me because I solo coached last
Yeah.
season and I need help.
Right.
And so I begged him. So he's the head skills coach and I'm the head
Cute.
coach. And then we have
Do
another
you guys want me to make you
gentleman.
shirts?
No,
Okay.
they're making shirts already.
Oh.
You can help with hoodies though. I do need hoodies.
Actually, Rob can do it because he's casual tinkers, but
Yeah, but he's the middleman, right?
Yep.
So,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
I can just whip those up on my Cricut.
there you go.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
Roy
he's
doesn't
helping.
have enough people
They don't have
to
enough girls.
to support an actual team this year.
Like
but
enough
the idea was
players.
Yeah,
what you
they didn't have enough girls. But the idea was I was going to help practices on Syracuse on Wednesdays, and Roy was going to practice the same day. And
Okay.
so I was just going to coach both teams at that point.
So can Roy still have a club? They just can't
Yeah.
have a team
Yeah.
to
They're
be
not going
in
to pay
for
to
the-
register a
Gotcha.
team. Yeah.
Because they don't have enough girls that
And then
were
we're-
interested.
She had a great idea, and a couple of the other coaches for the other schools were going to do kind of a JV is what we're going to, I guess,
Develop
call it. Yeah, to develop the club part
Okay.
of the teams. So we're
I
going
like
to
that.
try and have meets for those
Like little
teams.
scrimmages and stuff.
Yeah.
That'll be so
Yeah.
fun.
We're gonna kind of just do round robin. So
Oh, yeah.
so your school will submit up to 5 teams,
Okay.
and then we'll just run a round robin for them
Okay.
on Fridays, the day before the actual meet on Saturdays. So it will develop the JV. So we'll kind of have like a varsity and a JV,
I love that.
and because we got a lot of seniors on Syracuse's team.
How many people could be on the team?
You can have as many people on the roster as you want, but we picked 20. Actually, we had 21 kids try out, and I let all 21 of them make it because I wasn't going to just cut one kid.
Yeah, that would have been
So
awful.
just
but
so
do you
you
know
know-
do you know who it would have been?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I just let them all because I mean
Yeah.
they all love it, and we'll develop them into pickleball players. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that. I had a friend's son, one of my best friends, her son tried out for Northridge. He didn't make it. He just started playing pickleball. So I think he'll be
Yeah.
He would
hopefully.
have done well. Matt Arnell teaches or he coaches.
Well, and they
No.
might open it back up because now they're going to participate in the JV part.
Yeah.
And so they might open it back up.
Are you
for
Northridge?
people.
I thought is Sandy.
Yeah, it is.
Sandy and
It's
Matt
Sandy,
Arnell.
but Matt Arnell is their coach.
Okay, so I'm going to
So
tell him
Sandy's the
to
school
stick with
advisor.
it because if Matt
Yeah.
is helping, then
Yes.
that's great.
Yes.
Because
actually.
his daughter, I'll probably butcher her name, but it's Taimani.
Taimani.
Yeah, plays
Kyle.
for them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And he's a sophomore, so he's got.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well, and this will be a good opportunity. The JV stuff will be a good opportunity.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's so fun. So
Mhm.
it's like a real sport.
Well, we've got 10
Like high
schools
school
right
sport.
now.
Something
We've
like
got
that,
10
yeah.
schools that want to participate. So,
Only 10. Last year
Well-
there were more, wasn't?
oh,
No,
there's
for the
40
JV
schools.
side.
There's
Oh,
40 schools
Okay, I was
that are
like,
registered
wait a second. Okay.
for the UHSPA.
Right.
There's 40 schools. There were 24 last year, so there's 40 schools
love
this
that.
year. But there are 10 schools that want to participate in the JV stuff.
Oh, I love
yeah, the
that.
developmental stuff.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we're just going to kind of co-create it, and we've got a group me, and we're going to figure out how to do it.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cool. All right. What are we at? What's our minutes at?
About an hour and 30.
Yeah, we probably should wrap it up. But let's have you guys back because I'm super excited. I actually reached out to Helen the other day because I had seen on their site that they have some because I was helping with the tournaments last year. And then she had asked me a few months ago if I would help again this year. And I said yes. And so then the other day she responded and she's like, yeah, which ones? And I was like, no, I've already blocked all of them out. Like I'm
All of them.
prepared to help. Yeah.
Nice.
I was happy to hear that I won't have to drive to Sandy because there's somebody else there. And I was like, thank God. Because that wasn't
Well, we
awful.
don't even know where they're going to be.
Yeah. And
Do
but
you know that?
I think either Sandy or Kaysville or Provo. So Roy, it's funny because Roy has their calendar blocked out
Yeah.
for that. But she said Kaysville, so maybe she meant Roy.
I
I
thought
don't
they were all
know.
going to be more north this
I thought
time.
they were too. Because I thought they were
Well,
gonna be
their
either between
website-
Kaysville and Roy.
Yeah, their website announced they have somebody in Sandy, and then they have somebody in St. George, which is Carson, and then they have somebody in like Orem.
So we got to go to Sandy. And
But
Roy
when
again.
I talked to Helen, I think she said Kaysville for like me and her.
St. George.
Yeah, they've
Drive
got
to St. George.
No,
they've
you
got
guys won't
St. George
have to.
schools. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but they've got a bunch of
Surprise!
St. George schools.
I'm going to have to rethink.
yeah.
Coaching
No, I
Yeah.
don't want to drive to St. George.
Yeah, I think
every
this would,
weekend.
yeah, no.
No. To play Layton and Clearfield.
Yeah.
Where you could up here. Well, and I think that was the complaint last year. And
Well,
so
that's
they're
what-
really trying
yeah.
to work through that.
Which
40 schools, that's so awesome.
Which is so difficult. Like the enormous challenge that is, and just knowing like what we go through for clinics in junior academy, like what they are doing is monumental
Yeah.
and huge, and like so I give them all the grace
Yeah.
that I can because they're just working through it, and we are all blazing a trail. Like
Yeah.
there is no way to do it. We are all just like with me in junior academy, him in clinic, them in UHSPA, like we are all blazing a trail. There's nobody that's done it before.
right.
And we're just trying
But
to
how
figure
amazing
it out.
is that?
It's so cool.
It's got to be really rewarding. So tell
It
us,
is
like,
so
what's your
rewarding.
favorite part? And that's how we could kind of wrap up if you're
Yeah.
good with that. What's been like the most rewarding part or your favorite part about working with kids?
I have never had my cup filled like I do with the kids. Like I've worked in healthcare. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
where you're helping sick people.
Mm-hmm.
But like working with the kids and just seeing what it does. And I mean, and there's been moms that have come to me after like the first session and they were like, you have to keep doing this. Like you have to keep doing this. My son was suicidal before
I know
he
why.
did this, and you have to keep doing this. And so like
You're making
yeah.
an impact. Yeah.
It's a big deal. And it's kind of crazy for me personally because I have so much personal growth that's come out of it. Because had you told me you're going to have to talk in front of people, you're going to have to communicate with people, you're going to have to deal with all, like you're going to have to be the center of all this, I would have said, there's no way in hell I can do that. There's no way I want to do that. There's no way I can do that. And so I've had to really step outside of my comfort zone to get there. And I'm getting better.
Yeah.
You know?
You're great.
But
And now there's probably no way in hell that you could see yourself not doing this, I would imagine.
There's no way.
Right?
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
No.
Me and Thad were talking the last tournament, and you were announcing all the rules and everything, and he just said she's gotten really good at this.
Oh. And Thad is Kristy's husband, for those that don't know that
and
are
he's
listening.
great.
But yeah, he's really supportive too. Because I
so
heard you say
supportive.
that he's actually going to be helping down in Woods Cross.
He actually helps a lot in the background. Him and I sit and brainstorm how to do things, how to do the tournaments. He's helped me with every tournament. He's super supportive.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. But I mean, I used to hold the bullhorn and have notes written on my arm because I would black out when I would talk in front of people, and I'm like, okay, I got to remember the rules, and I got to remember timeouts, and I got to remember. And now I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But it's so just personally rewarding, the personal growth that I've felt from it, and then the impact for all the kids is just I'm so grateful for the opportunity and the friendship. And
no, I can definitely understand that, because I felt the same in the military when I would run shops and see airmen grow that I pushed, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just, it is so rewarding to see people that you're mentoring come up and exceed your expectations. Right?
Yeah. And I mean, these kids are going to remember this for the rest of their life. It's going to be it's changed the direction of their life. And to think that we've had a part in that.
Yeah. It's monumental.
Yeah.
I still get people up north that are like, oh, I wish you would come back and run the shop and, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's great.
It means a lot. It really does.
Yeah. Yep.
What about you, Tim?
It's kind of the same thing, but it's each, you have 50 kids, and you're teaching them or you're helping them through, but each kid has a different story.
Yeah.
Each kid has a different journey. And, one kid might be, them playing PPA qualifiers, and you help them get there. And then there's one kid, like you said, they might be struggling mentally, and this gets them outside their box. They meet new people, they get the support they need, and that's their journey. So it's just, you get to see everything happen as it's actually happening, if that makes sense. So, yeah.
Well, and you've been impactful for Malaya. Have been
she's real mean to me now.
Such. That means she loves you, because she doesn't even talk to people she doesn't like. So if she's mean to you, that means she loves you. But Brad is a perfect example. When he first started in leagues, he didn't talk at all.
Right.
He didn't even.
Yeah.
I mean, his hair was really long, and his hat. But him and Malaya bonded, because they would kind of talk crap about everybody together. And they really bonded, and then they started playing together, and then that's kind of how we all really became friends. And my girls love you and Jess and you, and so
yeah, it is crazy. Pickleball just really is a big family.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so great. I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
But I think, I know your guys' kids really well, and I've known your kids longer, obviously, but like I mentioned with you, I've even seen how it's helped them, even probably just at school too, I would imagine, because they have a different level of confidence. But I wonder too, once pickleball, I wish pickleball was more in the schools before your kids went, right? Because I think they probably are oh, I play pickleball, and kids are cool.
Well, I was embarrassed to say that
initially,
It's area to area. Kaysville, they love saying they play pickleball. They're proud they play it. Roy isn't there yet.
Yeah.
And so
it's so crazy. It's 15 minutes away.
So Kai's he's sponsored and everything, and Brad used to be this way, but he's not anymore. But Kai's sponsored and everything, and he'd get done playing pickleball and we're like, hey, let's go eat, at Chili's or whatever it's going to be.
You wanted to change.
And he has to go home and change out of his pickleball clothes because he hates going out like that. But
I didn't know.
He's gotten better, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't with that? He's still like that?
Yeah. Yeah, he will make us change. Go home so he can change.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, so he's parenting you guys.
Yeah.
Get him, Kai.
But,
awesome. Yeah.
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 Before you guys end, I want to just tell people, because they're not real knowledgeable about the high school stuff, right? And this isn't just some young kids that are 3-0, 3-5 level.
Yeah.
The team that won last year, just recently this year had 3 kids signed to the PPA contracts.
Crazy.
So this is high level stuff.
Yeah. I watched them when I was at that tournament last year. It's high level. I mean, that's what I always say. Like even the tryouts for the draft league where your guys' kids tried out, I'm just like amazed at how good and skilled and even just strategy. And I feel like they're just like little sponges. So like any information you give them and train them, they just take it in so much better.
They got knees right out of the box.
Yeah. And backs.
Fresh knees.
Yeah. Backs. They got backs and knees, head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
But with that said, the high school, like every team is a mixture of skill.
Yeah.
So like
I've
you've got
noticed that
some
too,
really, really good ones, and then you've got some ones that aren't so good.
Right.
Well, I don't like to call them not good. I like to call them less seasoned.
Yeah.
Because you've got some really seasoned pickleball players, which are really good, and then you have less seasoned. And so if the kids are interested in pickleball, we've got junior academies at all of our locations, and then that can be a really great segue into the high schools and or some additional practice so that they can participate in the high schools.
Right.
So like,
Yeah.
get on to the...
Do you have, I know you mentioned that like the junior academy doesn't, but wasn't doing specific clinics outside of like the beginning of summer. And I can understand why, because you're taking up court time in the evenings, but maybe that's something else to consider. Maybe doing like a 4-hour clinic one Saturday, like outside of the season or something.
In Kaysville, we are doing a beginner learning league, and we're doing
for
it
kids only.
for kids, and I do it right in the middle. So this fall session is 8 weeks.
Okay.
So we are doing a beginner learning league every other Saturday. So you're not committed to every Saturday.
Right.
It's every other Saturday. So they'll have four classes that will get them prepared to go into junior academy.
Oh, okay.
When's that open?
We're going to be doing another one. So the next one, it will end on the 18th of October, and then we'll start another one in the middle of the next session. So our next session will start end of October and go through to right before Christmas. So we'll do another beginner learning league right in the middle of that.
Okay. Because I'm going to need to sign myself up.
And then
I'll let you know.
Okay,
and then Mountain
please.
Green has theirs starting on the 10th of October.
Yeah. And that beginner learning league is just, you can drop in.
Yeah. So
So
you just
you
sign
can
up
just-
for one date if you want to.
Oh, so you could have them start there.
You can do the whole 9 weeks. You can have them just do one at a time if you want, because the way that we have the beginner learning league structured, you're running them through like stations.
Okay.
And so they're going to learn all the basics.
Yeah, because I know after Thanksgiving we're driving back to Pennsylvania for a week.
That's what's great about
So
that
maybe the
Mountain
Mountain
Green
Green
one.
might work better.
Because you can just drop in for the dates you're available.
Okay. Thanks for that, yeah.
It's good for the parents who play too, because then they can play. And I can't even tell you how rewarding it is to like play with my kids and see how they beat people.
Yeah.
But,
Well, and you're so good to play with all the kids. Like you've done money balls with the kids, you've done tournaments with the kids, you drafted 2 kids. Like your work that you're putting toward the kids, I think is huge.
Yeah,
like it's huge in this community.
There's a transfer portal right there where they need to be able to transfer from playing just youth to adult.
Yep.
Oh, once you
And
get
it's
to like
different.
I think once you get to the 4.0 level, right? Like I would say
Yeah. Yeah.
that's probably like a good time no matter their age, because then it's a different 4.0. It's like, I mentioned this a couple episodes back. It's like somebody mentioned to me, oh, if you're going to go up a level, play gender doubles first, or sorry.
Which I think that makes
gender
a lot of
doubles.
sense.
Yeah, especially for women. So like if when I was moving into 4-5, I did not do that. And that was what the advice that I got was you should have started with women's 4-5 first.
Yep.
Because it's just a different game.
Well, and I'm a big proponent in doing your time at your level. So that's one of the things that Malaya, I made her do. Like her and Brad played in Paddle Battle, or Spring Fling. What is it?
I think it was Battle.
It was in the spring, I think.
Spring fling then.
But they did not win a game in 4-0
Well,
mix.
the funny thing is we got there and they're like, "What level are we playing?"
Yeah,
I said,
and
"We
they
put
were
you at
mad.
4-0." And they're like, "Oh, great."
They were mad. They didn't win a game.
Gosh, they're
and
the
the
worst.
only thing that they
But I love
came
them both.
out of that saying is we should have been in 4-5. And I was like,
Even though they lost every game?
yes.
Oh my gosh.
And
they're
that was
worst.
the start of me. And I said, Malaya, you are not playing in anything 4 or 5. You are going to do your time in 4-0. You're going to get to the point where you don't have any more competition in 4-0 before you're moving to 4-5.
Yeah.
And she was so mad at me. So mad at me. Because she had people around her telling her, you need to play up. You need to play up. You need to play up to get better. And I'm like, you have not mentally gotten to the point
Right. And
where
you're
you
not-
can play 4-0.
yeah, you're not being humble either
No,
when
you're not
going
going
in. Yeah.
You might have a couple shots that are 4-5, but your mental game is not there yet.
Right.
You
Yeah.
need to go through that. And so I'm a big fan of making them go through that because it helps their mental game.
Right. That's what
So
I'm going to tell the
sometimes-
next person that tells me that you shouldn't be playing down. I'm going to be like, I'm not mentally there yet, guys.
As you're holding your first place medal for the
3-5.
5th time in a row.
3-5. Get out of here. No, that's the thing. So we're playing, I know, I'm playing Fall Brawl this year, and I'm playing with Bonnie and 4-0. But that's different.
Fall Brawl's
Well,
different.
Fall Brawl's
Different because
hard.
you get out of
Little
state
different.
competition.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's not the
and
same.
they all play down too.
They will. all play down.
And I'm so nervous because I'm playing 4-5 mixed with Matt Viner, and we're both old, but there was no more availability in the old people bracket, so we're playing against children.
Ay, ay,
You
ay.
just
In
have to play a
4-5.
fast game.
Yeah.
In 4-5.
Yeah, it's just faster. That's the only
kids are going
difference.
to kick your butt.
But Matt's fast. He can handle it.
Yeah. Fast hands,
And
Matt.
you've got a middle.
Yeah.
You've got a good mental game.
Yeah, I'm mentally there for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Matt's like, I got us in. I was like, cool. And then I saw the thing, and I was like, wait, whoa.
Experience.
Yeah.
It's all experience.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
He's so fun to play with. And I don't think he's going to leave there being like, well, dang it. I had to play with Destiny.
No.
It's a reward.
I
Just
think
kidding.
Stevie's having a party
I don't think it's
downstairs.
Stevie. It's the neighbors.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Their kids' bedroom's right here.
Party? Okay.
Yeah.
Just walked in.
Oh.
I don't know.
Huh?
Oh, Jess is here?
She didn't walk in
She
because
was
my.
here an hour ago.
Oh, okay. I was
Oh.
like, my door's locked. So I didn't know she was coming.
Oh.
Yeah, I would have kept it unlocked.
That's why she left.
Yeah.
Well,
And
she
when
left,
is
and then
he
she was just going to go shop at Target while we did this.
I love Target. I was there yesterday with her. All right.
Target.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm excited. Thanks for all of your guys' work in the
Yeah.
junior. Yeah, I love being a part of it, and I love being
Thank
able
you
to
for
be
helping.
a part of it with you guys.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say one thing about Colton really quick when we were talking about like the crap talking.
Yeah.
The very first time I met him,
Yeah.
he immediately talking crap, and I was
Oh.
like, I love kids.
Colton is the best.
Oh my gosh, he is so
He
fun.
has got the swagger
Yeah.
of like
Like a grown man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's so
No,
fun.
more
And-
than a grown man.
yeah.
Like got a ton of swagger.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
so fun, and it's so fun, and I like see that, and that's like how I am with your kids, how I'm with your kid. Like I feel like I can connect in that way. It's when there's like a shy kid, and I've always said this even from like toddlers when they don't want, like when they're shy, and I'm like I can't relate. Sorry, that's why for a long time I couldn't relate to Tim. But we were still the best of friends.
You just kind of accept it.
Yeah, no, it's
Dad
yeah.
feels very privileged that he's like, I think Tim likes me. I think
Aw.
we're friends.
I think we're friends.
Yeah. We went golfing a few times, so
Aw.
Except for you didn't take me to Idaho with him. So
Ruh-roh.
he
that
got
listen?
taken. He got taken to Idaho.
Oh, so he couldn't bring somebody.
No.
Oh, I'm sure he could have done. He could have worked something out.
No, it was his. But he does want to move to Spokane now.
Interesting.
He talked about it for a long time. Like we know the political views there, we know the religious views there, we know what the average income is, we know what the average housing is. Like he's serious.
I don't
He
want you
wants to
guys
move to
move.
Spokane. I said I'm here for at least 3 years. I've got to finish what I started
Yeah.
with the high school stuff, with the junior academy stuff, and then
Go build it there.
I might consider.
Besides colder, I mean, it's still high desert. So
Yeah, it's beautiful there.
it is.
It's beautiful, and you know, we might all have more fun there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dialed in. Thank you. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Really
Okay.
appreciate having you on, and I'm looking forward to the new season of the
Thanks.
junior.
Yeah, this
high
is the
school.
last of the Into the Kitchen series that we did.
Yeah, thanks for being
Thanks for doing
on.
that.
Yeah, of course.
On behalf of the kitchen, thanks for doing that. Because
Yeah.
it's awesome.
And you're
Yeah.
allowed to say that because you're their one employee.
I am their
I
one.
love
Yeah, I
it.
meant to ask, how did your 1 year review go?
It went
Oh.
really good.
Did it?
Honestly, it is what I have wanted for every job Thad has ever had, every job my kids have ever had, every job I've ever had is like a genuine, sit down, talk about your strengths, talk about what you're proud of, talk about what you need to work on, and have your boss genuinely tell you. So he did 3 things that he thought I did good, 3 things that I could work on. And then I told him 3 things that I thought I did good and 3 things that I thought I could work on. And it was a really productive conversation. And I love him for that. He's a great boss.
He's a great human.
He's a great human. Yeah. Britton and Jamie are great people, and it was awesome.
I love that. I feel like he really does care about the developing people, and just even like the conversation we had with them after we were off the podcast.
Yes.
Him talking about some things that he had done and just like growing as a human, and
he's all about that.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
cool.
It's great. I couldn't have done any of this without his encouragement and him. And I would bounce things off him, and he's like, "Kristy, cheer, like whatever you say," and people would come to me and go, "Who do I talk to about this?" And I'm like, "You can talk to Britton, but Britton's just going to tell you to talk to me. So we can skip that and you can talk to me about it." But yeah.
Okay. Well, then October is Mental Health Month, Mental Health Awareness Month. And so I haven't even talked to Rob about this, but I'm just going to put it out there. So if you are listening to the podcast and you want to tell your story about how pickleball kind of helped you kind of get over something you were going through in life or anything hard, or, you have tips on how you can kind of overcome some struggles or hurdles or anything that you've dealt with, and you want to either be on the podcast or write in and we can tell your story for you, I definitely encourage you. You can reach out to us on Instagram. I would love to hear people's stories. I think we've talked about our stories a little. I don't think I've gotten really in. I've been really vague because I'm not as brave as Rob quite yet.
That was just a snidbit, but a powerful one.
Yeah, it was a powerful one. And but I think we're a big community here, and I think everybody, even since then, people have reached out to me and even like opened up to me. And I think it's because they feel like they know us just listening to the podcast. Yeah. And so then we feel like a safe space for them. And I fucking love that. And I know that that's the first time I've said the F word in 5 weeks, guys. I'm feeling so good. I'm back, air. Baby.
Yeah, on
air. Shut up, be you.
Nobody asked you.
Be you.
Yeah. So, but yes. So if you you feel like that would be therapeutic for you to tell your story, or you feel comfortable telling your story and sitting down with us, then let us know. I would love to hear anybody's story and have other people learn and relate. So
reach out to on Instagram, and then, or you can email us at skinnysinglespbpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. So just that quick email address. Just that short one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks again. And we'll just wrap it up now before I think of something else I want to talk about.
Cool.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.